Couple teams matched up very closely, I'm sure. We talked to both coaches on Wednesday night. Their teams are pumped up and ready to go. And how could you not be? It was a 28-27 victory for Rensselaer Bombers last year as they came back from a big halftime deficit to edge out the Cougars in a very exciting game. They normally are, folks. So we're looking forward to another one here tonight. We'll go through starting lineups here real quick. For Kankakee Valley, their offense starts like this. On the line from left to right, it's Gavin Joy, Max Dutlinger, Mason Kitchen, Hunter Urbano, and Gavin Renfro. The two Gavins are the bookends. So we'll be looking to see them running the ball behind Marco Castro. Boy, he's a record breaker. He had over 1,700 yards last year. Just one of the most dominant runners in the area. And he'll be starting off as the lead running back. And, of course, the very experienced quarterback for the Cougs is Diego Arroyo. I believe this is his third year at the helm of the varsity. Fullback starting for the Cougs, Jaden Anderson. And the two wideouts are Adrian Uckman and Gray Lee Weaver. For the Rensselaer Bombers, they'll start their offense like this. Center is Parker Northcutt. Two guards, Ryan Kellner and Eli Dixon. Tackles will be held down by Holden Day and Dyson Henderson. A couple good tight ends. I know Coach Chris Meeks talking about how much they're looking forward to counting on these guys. Caden Doyle, 6'1", 215-pound senior, and Landon Mush, a sophomore at 6'2", 190, will be your two tight ends. Starting fullback for the Bombers, John Yalloway. Wingback is Carter Ogborn. Your running back, Bombers have a good one too. He's been around, comes back as a senior this year, and I'm sure he's going to see the ball a lot. Diego Hernandez-Reyes. He's 5'8", 170. But this kid is strong, quick, and he can run the ball. Quarterback, coming back for his second year in charge of the Bomber offense, Cohen Westfall, a 6'1", 175-pound junior. Got his baptism last year as starter, had a good season, and the Bombers will look to improve on their record from last year. They went 6-5. Cougars were 5-6. And we're getting close to, a little under 10 minutes here before kickoff. So we're going to take our next time out and come back with more on the pregame. Come back and join us on 3kgthecage.com.
Your sign is your image, and at Designs by Cindy, we take pride in making you look your best. We pride ourselves in our wide range of custom products and services. Our ability to understand your needs and deliver exactly what you're looking for is what sets us apart. We're your one-stop for all your signage needs. Check out our website at designsbycindy.com or give us a call at Designs by Cindy at 219-819-8786.
The place to go for great food is Our Place in Brook, located at 127 West Main Street. Our Place is a restaurant where families and friends in the local community gather and enjoy a home-cooked meal at an affordable price. Our menu features a wide variety of dishes to suit all tastes, from our famous tenderloins to burgers, soups, salads, seafood, and more. Hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. and Sunday from 6 until 2. So if you're looking for great food, stop by our place in Brook or call 219-275-2208.
Working with our customers has been Kentland Bank's trademark for 87 years. We're dedicated to making your visit a lasting one, and helping you achieve your goals is our #1 priority. With 5 locations, Kentland Bank offers all loans needed for today's businesses and families, including car loans, mortgages, agriculture, and commercial loans. We're here to make your busy life less hectic by offering online and mobile banking, bill pay, and P2P payments. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Chuck Clark with the Underwood Insurance Agency, formerly Preferred Insurance Group. Are you tired of being sacked every month with your auto insurance bill? Do you feel you just pay your premium to your agent and never hear from them? We at the Underwood Insurance Agency work with over 10 insurance carriers to get you our best rate and coverage we can, and we pride ourselves on serving our customers like they are our family. We are conveniently located in Remington and Lafayette. We can be reached at underwoodagency.com. Reach out to us to score big savings.
At Applegate Seed House, we specialize in any and all small seed project needs. This includes government programs, CRP, pollinators and waterways, pasture mixes, and new lawn seed. Applegate Seed House is located 2 miles north of Brook, Indiana, and 2.5 miles east of Highway 41. Call Sam at 765-363-3113. That's Sam at Applegate Seed House, 765-363-3113.
Starting a new business? Or perhaps you're thinking it's time for a fresh start in dealing with your company's taxes. For over 50 years, Del Principe and Alley Certified Public Accountants have been helping folks just like you. They keep up to date on all the changing tax codes and help you take full advantage of the deductions and credits the tax laws permits. Let them help you. Call Del Principe and Alley today at 219-866-4665 or 987-6014.
All right, welcome back to Kankakee Valley High School. Very nice job by the KV marching band for the national anthem. Boy, that's a wonderful band, isn't it? That amount of members. My gosh, I remember the days where some of those bands were dwindling down to about a half dozen. All right, we're back and forth. Got half of our crew in Remington, so we're taking some phone calls, seeing what's going on. He's monitoring us back there. What do you know, Bobby?
Hey, the volume on 7 and 8 needs turned up.
I got that done. I'm hoping it's good enough. I saw your text on that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all I needed.
What's that?
That's all I needed.
Okay, it's a battle. I'm getting just the one ear as usual. So
Yeah.
with the mic, with the headsets, so trying to
All right.
battle that too. Okay, getting ready. We got the coin toss right now. I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
Okay, bye. All right, fans. Thank you. You're getting a little behind the scenes of what we've been dealing with here, trying to get on the air. But thank goodness for John Ohanas and Matt Sipkema. And
Don't thank me yet.
I think we're gonna make it some way somehow. I don't know. This might be one that we just forget about leaving it in the archives but we'll see.
It's a beautiful night for football.
It is.
Great night to kick off the season.
All right, who's going to get the ball here? Teams are lining up. Looks like the Bombers want to toss, and they're going to defer to the Cougars. So I imagine the Cougars are going to take the ball. Yes, they are. And we're getting ready to play some football here. Matt, what do you think? A big rivalry like this, is it a good thing to start off the season with it?
Yeah, I really believe so, especially, going back to last year, everything's pushed back a week. So, these kids have been back in school for 2 weeks. They've been at it for 3 or 4 weeks. You had your scrimmage last week, and nothing better way to start a game against two teams that are competitive, rivalry. I mean, it's just great for everybody.
That's got to keep the kids kind of on their toes throughout the long summer, too.
Oh, yeah, because they know what's at stake the first week. I mean, you want to get the bragging rights, and you want to start strong.
Don't want to get pushed around that first week.
Not at all.
You better spend some time in the weight room, huh?
Exactly right.
How much did you have your basketball players in the weight room?
Not as much as I wish they were in the weight room. Right? No. We had a lot of boys dedicated, so we were in there. We went really hard 8-9 months out of the year. Then come the season, we scaled back a little bit.
Of course, Matt, longtime coach at North White Vikings. Their football team sure had a good year last year.
They had a great year last year. They went undefeated in the regular season and graduated a lot, but they did pretty well at their own scrimmage last week. And they're at Taylor tonight, long road over at Kokomo. So
we were kind of holding out hopes to see their coach at our coaches show, but I think we're going to get him at some point here coming on. He wasn't able to make it Wednesday.
I talked to him this week, and the plan is for him or our offensive coordinator to be in.
Excellent. We have a lot of fun with that, and coaches have been so good to us. All right, here's the boot, and it goes kind of a short kick, fielded about the 15. Running back there is 21, makes it to the inside, cuts back now, and what a run back. It's going to set the Cougars up their own 42-yard line. That was Adrian Uckman. And, of course, the Cougars were known for run backs last year. They had one of the top running backs or return guys in the whole area. It was so speedy if teams weren't ready for him. My goodness. I think he had 3 kick return touchdowns and a punt return touchdown. Cougars will start out.
First and 10 on the 42-yard line here.
They're in the shotgun. Handoff. Looks like Castro. And he gains about
a yard.
Maybe a yard. Yeah.
Nice conservative play on first down. See what you got.
That was Uckman. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rensselaer did a great job of shedding the blocks right there and keeping it a 1-yard gain.
Bombers' defensive front is like this. Carter Ogborn, Kate Doyle are your ends, tackles. Eli Dixon and Dylan Henderson. 2nd and 9, we'll call it. And we got a whistle here. What do we got? False start against the Cougs. And that's going to set them back here behind the sticks. Never want to see that. Not
never.
Early going. That just didn't look good from the get-go. What a good night. You're right, boy. Beautiful night for football. I was worried it was going to get a little hot.
Yeah, the heat's supposed to be coming back a little bit, right?
Is that it? Yeah, okay.
Not today, not tonight.
It was just kind of bouncing right around 80, but stayed good. Nice crowd on hand for this one, as we expected. There's a handoff. Oh, man. Breaking loose, and look out. Long run. That's number 2 for the Bombers, or excuse me, the Cougs, the quarterback, Diego Arroyo.
That time you had a simple option play. You covered the backup coming out, and no one accounted for the quarterback there. A nice read, nice keep, and surprised he cut back there at the end. Thought maybe he'd have the sideline right there, but a great run nonetheless.
Showed a lot of quickness getting out there that fast. Hit the hole, and nice blocking by the Cougars up front. 1st and 10 from the Bomber 32 now. Just underway here at KQ Valley. Week number 1 with your 3 kg coverage. Here's a handoff right up the middle. I think, was that Castro? Castro with his first carry, and
Gain
he's
5 yards.
good for 5. Yeah. They'll say 3.
That's a long 3, short 4 then.
I'm with you. Coming out for the center staff, that's number 65, Mason Kitchen for the Cougs. Cougs in their red tops, white pants, and helmets. And we got another
Little
flag.
false start on KV.
Oh boy, that's the second one already here on this drive. So they're making life difficult on themselves.
And that too, that comes with those first game jitters. They're excited, they're ready to go. So they just got to reel that in.
Can't make Kirk Kennedy very happy though. Kirk Kennedy comes in, I think he has 208 victories. He's 15th on the all-time active list here for India. Oh, Royals in trouble. And the Bombers sack him.
Board tackles.
Wow, beautiful.
The ends crashed down like they were supposed to do. He kept dropping back, and they didn't over pursue. That was a good defensive end play right there.
Now 3 Bombers in on that sack.
Got 3rd down and 24 from the 46.
A lot of yards for the Cougs. Going to have to make up right here. Arroyo takes the snap. He goes back. Nope, a handoff or a draw. And
a flag
good
on the play.
yardage.
Probably going to be a holding, but really, you figure two downs right there. Going to go for it on 4th down. It's actually a nice play call with the draw. We'll see what the flag is.
It's going to be a big call here.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Holding on a KV.
Oh, that's the 3rd penalty already on Kankakee Valley, all on this opening drive.
Like John said, first game jitters, but like you said too, now coach is probably forget about the jitters. He's pretty upset.
Yeah, on that one, especially 3rd and 26. What were they out? That is a no can do. Get your hands in the chest. Don't wrap around them. Just work them around, and that's where that comes into play as being. I think he's a senior, right?
John, you played for the Bombers. What did you play? Were you on the offensive line
I was
and defensive?
Offense and defensive line. Yep, I was a guard for all the years, and then state game I came in and played center because Cole, our center, broke his hand.
Oh, man.
So I took on a new role for the state game.
There's a pass long and over the head of the intended receiver that time, number 12 for the Cougars. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and long, and we'll see our first punt of the game.
That was great pressure by Caden Doyle there. Kind of went like a delay rush right there and timed that perfectly.
Yeah, and with their delay runs that they have in their draws, that's good that he stayed home and just worked him back to get him out of the pocket.
Quarterback Arroyo doubles up as their punter. He's lined up at about the 32 AV, so they really lost quite a few yards here. Nice punt, end over end. Bounces down at about the 25-yard line, takes a
nice
Cougar roll, yeah. Inside the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. Really good kick off the foot of Arroyo. Kind of clean up after that drive.
Really a drive in which KV really hurt themselves, right? The 3 penalties were critical.
After the long run by the quarterback, it looked like they were gaining momentum enough to, take it in the end zone, but at least get some kind of points out of it. But that all stopped in a hurry.
And that we're in a barrel game. This is a big game of the year, starting out too with those big plays. You got to capitalize on it, and they did not.
All right, here's a handoff for the Bombers right up the
Nice
middle.
run up
Nice
the center.
run. And the Bombers, that's going to be a first down
Big
run.
first down.
Hernandez Reyes, right?
I'll tell you what, 2 of the premier runners in this area, Hernandez Reyes.
What I remember about him, too, is how patient he is. He reads
the holes.
When he sees it, he hits it hard. Finishes strong, is nice and hard, sorry.
And well, he's strong for a small guy. He packs a lot of muscle.
He always has been strong, yeah.
Another handoff to Royal, and right up the middle. Not much there this time as he followed the right-hand side of the Bomber offensive front. John, how tough was that? That must have been for a lot of pressure on you to just go up and play the center position in a big game like that, the state championship.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's I felt comfortable enough. That's why I took that role, and I knew I could perform doing it. The another good run. The role playing came in there as I was a senior. I knew I had to step up, and sure enough, it worked out. We couldn't hear the quarterback whatsoever. That place was so loud, so we had to change up our play calls so I could hear and be able to snap the ball on time. So we had a few hiccups. I won't lie, I messed up a few times because I couldn't hear, and the entire offensive line besides me jumped off.
All right, third down and about 5 for the Bombers from their own 30-yard line here. Halfway through the first quarter, there's a handoff, and Cougar defense stood that.
Yeah.
They snuffed it out.
There's something Rensselaer's done for years. They send those two guys in motion on a 3rd and 5, and they usually get teams to jump. KV was ready for that and stayed well disciplined there.
Cougar defensive front really moved laterally nicely. There was no hole at all.
So really with both of these teams, first drives for both teams, we've seen the defensive line on both sides really step up.
So John Yallalay will be the punter, sophomore for the Bombers, and he lines up at about his 15. Gets off the punt. That's a good punt.
It's a nice
Kicks
punt.
off. Yeah,
nice
and
on this turf again.
Another big bounce for the punting team, all the way down to about the 26-yard line. We better take a timeout here and come back with the rest of the first quarter. No score from Kankakee Valley. It's the Cracker Barrel, KV and Rensselaer in the opener.
Your sign is your image, and at Designs by Cindy, we take pride in making you look your best. We pride ourselves in our wide range of custom products and services. Our ability to understand your needs and deliver exactly what you're looking for is what sets us apart. We're your one-stop for all your signage needs. Check out our website at designsbycindy.com or give us a call at Designs by Cindy at 219-819-8786.
All right, back to action here. The Cougars with their second shot at the offense here. And they're going to start out on their own 29-yard line. Defense held up well that time. There's a pitch and a little bit of running room. Oh, yeah, a lot of running room. Going to see. It's a foot race now. Down to 20, finally caught by about the 10-yard line. That was number 22, Marco Castro. Imagine that. Wow.
That's something we're going to see a lot more of as the option. Great read by the quarterback. The first time we had the back covered up, quarterback read it correctly. This time we had the quarterback was covered up, but no one was accounting for the running back there.
Castro, boy, he hit around the far side, and he was just off to the races immediately.
Great downfield blocking by the wide receivers as well there.
5:38 to go here in quarter number 1, and the ball is on the 11-yard line.
We're going to fumble.
Look out. Bombers.
KV recovers. Looks like a loss of 6 or 7. Ball never got off the ground right there.
Yeah, and that's where your outside linebackers really have to commit and know their jobs, because that option and that pitch play is going to hurt them if they don't understand that.
Yeah, especially when you got a guy like Castro to throw it
Which
to.
is a powerhouse and a fast kid.
Fast kid, yes.
Wonder right there if the center just felt the linebackers breathing down his
It's
neck
a little warm.
bit,
That
right?
ball's probably a little sweaty right now, and that happens.
Rensselaer's blitzing.
That's where it was a good linebacker stayed home. That was a screen play. up a 3rd and 9.
4:24 still to go in quarter number 1. This is the second time KV has drove the ball well.
I don't know if you even tried the option play this far down. I mean, it's worked for you a couple times. You usually don't run it this far down, but
Good.
yeah, sweep or something outside.
Cougars will have a 3rd and 9.
Drop.
Arroyo goes back. Oh, ball
ball
just
slips
out
out.
of his hands.
Yeah, incomplete pass. That's what I thought it was right there. Ball clearly
Just
going-
slipped
arm
out of
going
his hand,
forward.
almost like it was moist or something. He went back for the pass. Diego Arroyo did, and yeah, incomplete is what they call. So, see if they've got a kicker here or what. I don't know.
They're 7 them out.
Because Yaloway is should be the kicker, and he's going to line it up at about the 16-yard line. So it'll be a 26-yard attempt here. On the hold is number 15. That's Isaac Deerdorf. Takes the snap. There's the boot. Looks good. A lot of room. And perfect right down the middle. So 3:51 to go, and the host Cougars draw first blood here at Kankakee Valley with a 26-yard field goal by John Yelloway. No, excuse me, that's the Bomber kicker. I got that screwed up. That was Anthony Ruvacaba.
Once again, if you're in there, you're probably feeling a little fortunate right now. It'd only be 3-0.
3-0, yeah. Couple big plays by the Cougar offense. Really, most of their yards are gained by those 2 plays, one by the quarterback and this time by Castro.
And that was a nice field goal, nice attempt, but once again, your miscue on the fumble snap, and
That cost them.
that
Yeah.
probably cost you 7 right there.
Yeah, and that's where Brian Zacher, their defensive coordinator, he's going to come in and he's going to let them know what they did wrong. That is, they're going to hear that one, and hopefully they turn around and shut that down.
Bombers have such a good, stable staff, don't they, John?
Yeah,
These guys have been there
have been
forever.
together for a long time.
Gosh, that's got to help. What a big advantage. They could probably know what each other's thinking out there without even having to communicate it.
These first games of any sports, but football, you prepare, but you probably didn't show a whole lot during the scrimmage, so you're really feeling each other out the first quarter. Probably first half, to be honest with you.
Yeah, scrimmage, and you get familiar with the plays, get your kind of feet wet, but then just like this is a big game starting the year. And this one is, it's an all-year rival, no matter where these guys see each other in any sport. This gets talked about.
Ruvalcaba with a line drive, low kick, and the one of the up men caught that nicely. This foul, no return at all, but the Bombers get set up at their 35-yard line here. 3:48 to go in quarter number 1. Bombers trailing 3-0. Shotgun set, handoff up the middle. Nice run.
Nice cutback
Breaking
by
tackles.
Reyes.
Reyes off to the races. Oh, boy. We knew this would be a battle with 2 premier backs like this, and so far it has already. Wow. Great run. Getting through that traffic. Did Reyes at the front line, and then he was off. And you're chasing him, man.
Yeah, it's good to see them running the offense that we developed. This would be my senior year when we developed this offense that they're running right now. And if you run it right and everyone does their roles, it is a powerhouse.
Is this the old football in a phone booth, what they refer to? There goes Reyes again, and it looks like he's just going to be just short of the first down. That is a powerhouse offense.
Yeah, the football in the phone booth, that's what it looks like from the defense. But it's a very strategic and very well thought out game plan that, that was 10 years ago when we introduced it, and it's good to see that it's still working for them.
Didn't Chris Meeks bring that back from like something out west or something? from a college team, maybe?
Yes, yeah, we revamped it. We had it before, the guys before us had it, and they revamped it and added some more things, added a few more guys in the backfield, that's for sure. And it's a big misdirection back there, and when you're looking at it from the defense.
It's trouble, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You can't tell who's got the ball. You don't know where the ball's going. Hopefully you have a good defensive line that can read the offensive line, and that opens up for your defensive backs to check out and see what they're doing.
Another nice run by Reyes, picks up the first down on short yardage, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 19 of the Cougars. Another run right up the middle. This time probably gains about, looks like a 4-yard gainer.
And they are really working that right side really well. Like John just said, I keep waiting for that half-to-half reverse coming back off the left side. But right now, with the way Reyes is running, I mean, you could probably just power him into the end zone off that right side. Maybe use that later on.
And, if I know Meeks, we'll punch you right in the mouth. If we're running the ball, it's going to be a 24 power, 22 power. And we'll show you what we have.
2nd down, it looks like about 5. It gained more than I thought. Another handoff to Reyes. Boy, he skirts around in the backfield, gets outside a little bit. He's going to be a short gainer that time. But
it's 3-yard gain down to the 12, but could have been a 1 or 2 yard loss right there.
Yeah, they're right there. Castro just kind of over-pursued a little bit and could have had him in the backfield.
Of course, Castro a key on
that is,
both sides of the game.
Both sides of the ball. These guys are going to be fun to watch all night.
Middle linebacker Castro for the Cougar defense.
Third and 3 from the 12-yard line.
Bombers would love to take the lead right here on this drive. Handoff again up the middle. And I don't know.
I think he's
did he get the first?
Yeah. They're going to put him just short, it looks like.
Yeah, they're going to put him a half-yard short.
Yeah. This is one where, John, you talk about what you play in center, but this situation, Rensselaer will still go in that shotgun look, and you.
Oh, 100%. Right? We're coming at you, and if I know Minks right here, it's we're going to show you that our offensive line is better than you, and we're going to push it right in your mouth. So hopefully this works out for him.
4th and short, under a yard. We got a timeout here, maybe? Yeah, we're going to get a timeout by the Bombers. We'll keep it right here. And what do you think so far, guys, for the Cracker Barrel? It looks like it's going to be this one, again, probably go right down to the wire.
More than likely it's going to. You know, it's interesting to see both teams be able to do some good things on offense, and it's interesting to see if Rensselaer is getting able to be able to take that option play away. And if they can, I think they're going to be in good shape.
Very similar teams, it seems like, out there. They're, obviously leaning heavily on their very experienced senior runners and 2 of the best in the area.
And with Coach Kennedy and Coach Meeks is kind of what we expected. And you could watch these guys for the next 10 years and probably expect the same thing.
Yeah.
I think Coach Kennedy comes in with 205 wins under his belt. Coach Meeks not far behind, 192. I told him I expected him to crack 200 this year. It'd have to be an awfully good year, but he can do it. That's
definitely
for sure.
Doable for sure.
He is 18th on the list of active coaches in the state of Indiana for victories, and as we said, Kennedy up to 15th. Fourth down, about a half yard to go. Big play again. Arroyo, man, I think the Cougars stood him up, though. We'll see what they do. I don't know if they're going to. Did he have any kind of forward? No. Cougar defense held. Wow, what a stop that time. Bombers trying to go over their right side.
Number 78, Gavin Joy, right there, did a great job of coming up the line and.
Yeah, really making a disturbance in there. That's good to have them big guys up front to shut that stuff down. And that's where Minks will have to adjust and figure out where we're going to get away from him or start double teaming and show them what else we got.
The 2 big Gavins on the front line for the Cougars. Okay, another penalty. And
another, more likely a false start on KB.
Wow, that's 3 of those. 4 total.
Yeah, and being down in their underneath the 10-yard line, this is going to be a rough one to come back from.
So even though the defense holds up, it puts your offense in a little bit of a bind, and especially when they're drawing the flags as much as they have been. 4 penalties against the Cougar offense this quarter. There's a snap, handoff. Castro off to the races. Nice gainer, just short of the 20-yard line. And he'll be just short of the first down, but boy, that's some breathing room. Down under 30 seconds now. I think the Cougars maybe can get one play off. I don't know if they have to. Maybe they'll just.
No, they don't have to. I think they're going to take it into the quarter there.
Probably so. It's going to be second down and one.
Yep.
And under 10 seconds, so that'll be the end of the first quarter. Your first quarter score is Key Valley 3, Rensselaer Central nothing. Come back and more. Join us for the second quarter action here on 3KG, thecage.com.
Working with our customers has been Kentland Bank's trademark for 87 years. We're dedicated to making your visit a lasting one, and helping you achieve your goals is our #1 priority. With 5 locations, Kentland Bank offers all loans needed for today's businesses and families, including car loans, mortgages, agriculture, and commercial loans. We're here to make your busy life less hectic by offering online and mobile banking, bill pay, and P2P payments. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Starting a new business? Or perhaps you're thinking it's time for a fresh start in dealing with your company's taxes. For over 50 years, Del Principe and Alley Certified Public Accountants have been helping folks just like you. They keep up to date on all the changing tax codes and help you take full advantage of the deductions and credits the tax laws permits. Let them help you. Call Del Principe and Alley today at 219-866-4665 or 987-6014.
All right, welcome back to Kankakee Valley High School. We're ready for second quarter action in Cracker Barrel battle tonight. There's a handoff right up the middle, and again, bursting out for big yardage is Castro. He gets all the way down to about the 27-yard line. You just can't. Man, you can't stop
No,
him.
and KV's offensive line is starting to establish itself, and now what this is really setting up is now you can really get him with a jet sweep or an option, because you're looking for that run up the middle right now.
I don't think we've seen a pass here tonight.
Just had that one attempt on that really long third down play that wasn't going to get much anyways.
And the incomplete on right by the goal line. All right, there's another handoff. Castro again, busted outside this time on the near side, and he gets it up to, not going to be a first down, but awful close. Going to bring up second and one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where George and Gavin, those tight ends for Kankakee, are really coming in handy. They are crashing them ends down and pushing them defensive ends in. The offense or the defensive line really has to understand how they're coming around, and your linebackers really have to read that, because that'll be an issue all night if they can't get that under control.
Second and one from the 35. There's the handoff to Castro.
Nice hit there.
Boy, good stop, but man, Castro still is able to slide his body sideways. I'm trying to read the number there. That's number 42 is that on the Bombers? I'm trying to see, 40 or 42. But made the quick tag. I think it was Metzger, the inside backer, 5'11", 220, a junior. But even with contacting Castro at the line of scrimmage, he's still able to get the first down. And then hand up to Castro. There he goes. Boy, he gets it in second and the third gear so quick.
He hits the gear quick, yes. Sees the hole, hits it hard. You got Reyes who kind of dances and looks for it, then hits it.
Exactly.
Sees what he thinks is one, and he probably does see it, and then boom, he's through it.
There is handoff. Castro
Missed tackle right there.
broke a tackle into Rensselaer territory at the 41-yard line, 42. They're going to mark it. And we've got 9:50 to go, and the Cougars are marching again. This is the third time they've had a long drive. First one kind of stalled out. Second one ended up in a field goal, and here's the third one of the half.
And this drive started at the 10-yard line, and what you've seen is a clean drive so far.
And off to Castro, there he goes. Gets the corner all the way down to about the 24-yard line. He's spun out of bounds there. But another big gainer. He's just chewing up yards here.
But, he's shooting up yards, but his line's doing a great job as well. I mean, he's got 2 or 3 holes to run through right there, and probably why Rensselaer's using a timeout right here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was saying, that those tight ends are really doing a good job of crashing down those ends.
All right, we'll take a timeout here and come back with more. You're watching the action on 3kgthecage.com.
At Applegate Seed House, we specialize in any and all small seed project needs. This includes government programs, CRP, pollinators and waterways, pasture mixes, and new lawn seed. Applegate Seed House is located 2 miles north of Brook, Indiana, and 2.5 miles east of Highway 41. Call Sam at 765-363-3113. That's Sam at Applegate Seed House, 765-363-3113.
In agriculture, preparation is important. Dedication is you deciding what to plant and then asking what it will take for a good crop. How much work will it take to produce the final crop? In sports, preparation is vital in becoming the best you can be. Dedication is a will of achievements for a winning desire. Corbett Farms encourages everyone to do their best by having a winning spirit, attitude, and achievement. Your positivity will make a difference. Corbett Farms is proud to sponsor high school sports.
All right, back to the action here in quarter number 2, just under the 9-minute mark. Cougars driving. That was a first down run by Castro. Picked up about 4.5. This time.
Oh, there's a fumble on the play. Rensselaer picks it up on the bounce.
Off to the races there, is that?
Number 22, yeah.
Yeah, that's Hernandez. Wow, what a turn of events there.
The last couple plays you saw Rensselaer's backers coming up a little bit and starting to put more pressure and get more aggressive. And that's right there is what you saw. I think the running back for KB took his eyes off the ball just for a split second and never kind of got it clean.
Yeah, and that's where it comes back into play, is those little mistakes in a big game like this will that'll mess you up. And right there, they drove down from the 5-yard line down to, where were they at, the 26?
Yeah.
And that's a big turnaround. That's going to take some adjusting to get back into it, and that's something they got to move on for too. You can't live on those plays.
There's that halfback, and Rensselaer fumbles the ball.
Who's got it? I think the Bombers get it back.
Rensselaer jumped on that right there.
Wow, another close to a turnover there.
It was set up nicely about the half-to-half right there. Handoff looked clean, just dropped the ball.
I think we're going to look at the stats at halftime and say, wow, KV is just dominating this thing.
Dominating.
And all the yardage, not in the points. Huh? Jeez, they're shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah, and that's where you can have all the yards that you want, but those penalties are going to kill you.
Run up the middle this time, and not much. Didn't get back to the original line of scrimmage run by Diego Hernandez-Reyes.
And you talked about last possession KV had about how few pass attempts there have been. With Westfall coming back this year, it'd be interesting to see if they let him throw a little bit here.
Yeah.
There towards the end of the season last year, he was throwing the ball a lot more comfortable with that.
Good-sized quarterback, 6'1", 175, a junior this year. But yes, he had a very productive sophomore season, his first year in charge of the Bomber offense.
There you go.
Now he throws it up. Nice. Oh, up and over that time. Good fake at the line of scrimmage, but that's, I think it's number 8 for the Bombers out there trying to get that reception. Shanley. Casey Shanley.
Landon
Mush, number 1.
Oh, okay.
Number 1.
Okay. Bomber numbers are a little bit hard to read.
This is good coverage by KB. It wasn't a terrible throw, a little high, but coverage was there.
I like the play. He really faked me out. I didn't think he was going to throw it.
Nice snap.
Gets the punt off and another good
kick.
Another
booming
penalty on the
high
field.
kick.
That going down.
Fumbled on the reception and going all the way back inside their 10-yard line. That looked like the Bears special team there.
We've got a flag down back here at the 40.
Let them square this away. Wow, what a good kick.
Hope this isn't like holding against Rensselaer. Not sure what it is. False start on Rensselaer. That's a big penalty right there.
Wow.
That's the first one of the night, I believe, but that's a big one right there.
Sure.
You get a punt.
Cougar's going to make him punt again, obviously.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was just a misplay by the returner. Let that thing, the very, very high punt. The lights are kind of funky here. They've got those new style lights. I don't know. I think they make it tougher on the press box than they do on the field. But it's hard to tell. I don't know when you're looking at those punts that are way up there if that's a little bit difficult.
It's a great hang time.
There's a beautiful stadium here, not that long. Got the
Be honest, my first time seeing this.
Is it really?
First time seeing it, yeah.
It is nice. It is nice. All high schools should eventually try to get something like that. All right, there's another punt by the Bombers.
Another punt. Oh, very good punt.
Good
Great
fair
punt.
catch that time.
About 15 yards of field position gained by KB right there on the penalty.
So 5-yard penalty gains them 15.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
take it over to 29. And really for Rensselaer right here, if you can stop them here, regardless of what you do with it, your last possession to go in down 3-0 and just get the ball to start the third would be big with the way this game's going.
Yeah, and they've got to look at now. They're at the far side hash, so they got to look for Castro coming back this sideline, and your defensive end and your outside linebackers really got to pay attention to that.
Going back, putting it up.
Big pass.
There's ball just kind of floated a little bit. The Cougar receiver was out there. I thought he was going to be able to get under that.
Donnie Sellers had a great chance to intercept that ball right there, but it was a great route. I mean, good route.
Yeah, and the arm that get that far was pretty great to see coming out of a high school kid.
And I like that play call on first down.
That was number 21 for the Cougars trying to come up with that. Adrian Huckman. He's a senior wide receiver. Defensive back on the other side of the ball. 5'11", 155. But again, good defense by the Bombers. Keeping that thing covered. Second and long. KV hands off to Castro. And there he goes again. Coming on the circle. Boy, he cuts back. They're not big cutback, but just kind of like on a dime.
Tackle made by Sellers right there, but a gain of 20 right there.
Man.
Once again, what you're seeing is Rensselaer getting a lot more aggressive with their backers, and sometimes that works out great, and other times, it doesn't.
It doesn't, especially when you're asked to stop with Mr. Castro. Marco Castro is just.
Once again, Rensselaer on the blitz right there. Quarterback keeper.
Nice fake that time, and the Cougar QB keeps
right
the
there,
ball.
Doyle for Rensselaer. Looks like he just lost his footing and fell down. Nice read. Just fell. Quarterback kept it for a gain of 6 yards.
Diego Royals picking up a few yards himself. had a big gainer in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's where you want to keep Castro. You know, got to keep some wind in that kid's sails because he's gonna take you throughout the game, and every little chance you can to not have to rely on him will be a big game.
Sure. Now he's got it this time, going down the other sideline, and he breaks free for a first down. Another big gainer. The home crowd appreciates that. Good crowd on both sides tonight as we start up with the football season here.
We got an injury timeout. I can't tell who it is walking across the field for Rensselaer with the helmet on.
That's Logan Metzer.
He's made a couple nice plays tonight, too.
Yeah, hopefully he's just a little sore on that one. Get it taped up and back out there because he is a big stopper on defense.
First and 10 for the Cougars. And off to Castro.
That's a nice
Bounces
cut
it
right
outside. There. Yep. Still going.
Okay.
Still going strong. Inside the 20-yard line.
Looks like he's down about the 21-yard line, maybe. No, you're
okay,
right. Inside the 20. Nope.
It's hard to tell. They knocked him out of bounds.
They got him down to 21, looks like.
Good drive so far by KV. Bombers with a costly penalty on the initial punt. But the Cougars have been running it down their throats.
Same play opposite way.
Castro again looking for the corner. He's going to find it.
Yep.
First touchdown of the game. Marco Castro, 21-yard touchdown run with 5:03 to play. Boy, that drive developed awful quick. Wow. Castro left, Castro right, and before you know it, into the end zone. Cougars 9, Bombers nothing here, and
for the first time all night, it looked as if Rensselaer was tired right there. They really did.
Yeah, and that's where Castro's going to be hard to stop, and that's where Rensselaer's got to really dig in deep and understand that he's a force to be reckoned with, and they got to adjust to that.
Ruben Cowell puts it
Extra
right
point,
down
but
the
we
middle.
do have a flag on the play right here.
Is that going to be against that offsides against the Bombers, or I don't know. Both teams huddle up on the sideline here, and referees huddling up right by the ball, so figure out talking it over. Still haven't had a call. Cougars riding the strong running with Marco Castro. Punch it in the end zone for the first touchdown of this game. 10-0 if the extra point holds up.
It looks like it's going to.
Yeah, they're almost walking back like they're going to wipe it out. We don't have a call yet. There's still a couple guys discussing it.
Well, they may add it on to the kickoff here.
Is that it?
Nope, I don't see anything at all.
I think they might be picking it up.
5 plays, 71 yards.
There it is.
On that drive. What a
sportsmanlike.
Against the Bombers?
Yeah. It'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Oh, my. The Cougars be able to
They should be able to pin Rensselaer way back. This is a situation here where I've always said, no matter what sport you're coaching, so much can go right or wrong at the end of a quarter or end of a half or beginning of the half, right? Right now Rensselaer's down 10-0, but with the time on the clock, depending on the field position, you can do whatever you want to do. I mean, they're down to one timeout, but that shouldn't be that big of a deal with 5 minutes left. So,
Kurt Kennedy will remind you of the big lead the Cougars had last year and ended up losing 28-27. Rensselaer came out in the second half and just turned the tables.
Yeah, and being down 10-0 in the first half is not a big deal. 1 touchdown and a field goal is it doesn't take much to come back from that. And, you know, having that halftime break, really adjusting, really changing the game plan. And sometimes you have to adjust for a kid like Castro that will run everyone over, and that's something they'll talk about during halftime, and they'll come back and have a game plan.
John, how fiery of a coach is Chris Meeks, you know, in like halftime and before games? Is he giving the Newt Rockney speeches?
He always had an old saying and hates when everyone says it, so I'll keep that one to myself for right now. But he is fiery, but it goes with all that coaching staff. They're so well connected, and they all have the same intensity, and they all know when to turn it on, when to turn it off, and how to direct it and really show you what you need and let everybody know.
KV did an onside kick there.
Bombers recovered.
I was curious of what they were going to do because their previous kickoffs were squibs from 35.
Right,
so
right.
are you going to kick it deep right here? Are you going to try to squib it? So not a bad idea.
And that's
right
interesting,
there.
that they on-sided it.
Yeah, because now you get almost
still being a tight game, and
5 minutes.
And Reyes, he's been known to break them free and take off for long distance runs.
5:03 to go in the half. Cougars up 10-0. Bombers ball at their own 36-yard line. Westfall to handoff.
Reyes again.
Reyes,
off the right side.
Boy, good stop by the Cougar defense that time.
This is where I always say, coaching football and basketball, I'm like, I think football is just a hard job to coach. It really is. It's like, because Rensselaer has kind of rode this play over and over again right now, and now when do you try something different here? You know, do you play for halftime right here, or you try something different here?
Westfall's got the play in. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Keeper? No.
After half.
There was that misdirection.
And it was a great cutback. Usually they take that really wide, but he saw the hole and popped it back in. Who was that?
Reyes,
yeah.
Okay. Gain of 5. You got 3rd and 5 from the 41.
Down just under 4 minutes now.
So what do you call it here, John? 3rd and 5 right here?
I'm old school. I'm going 24 power right down the gut.
Look out! Bomber's going to be lucky to get it.
KV recovers the
ball. Boy, that was a fight for it. The Cougar defender just out-wrestled Westfall.
Well, Westfall did a nice job of diving like they're supposed to, but I think he dove over the ball is what he did.
Man, well, that's good awareness by the Cougar defender. That was a terrible snap.
I thought they had something set up right there with that jet sweep to the right they were trying to do there.
The Cougars really can take this break with 3:39 to go and add to their 10-point lead. Starting out on Bombers 21. But they're going backwards at that play.
Doyle right there with the tackle once again. Reading it correctly, getting upfield, and making a nice tackle. A couple of times Rensselaer's been there. They just missed the tackles in open field.
Yeah, and with a kid like
Castro,
he's a big kid and he's a force to be reckoned with. That's a hard open field tackle, and the defensive guys really have to break down and understand that. There's no arm tackling this kid.
Bombers need a stop here. They need
They do.
The defense to just perk up. It looks like they're going to come and get after him. Oh, Arroyo gets out. He had an open receiver just crossing the end of the end zone.
Flag on the field.
That was Uckman again, trying to catch that thing.
Hold it on KV.
So the Cougars moving backwards after that big break on the bad snap, fumble recovery. It looks like this big break of theirs might not produce points. I don't know. Diego Arroyo.
I think it was supposed to be one of those quick bubble screen type plays, and Rensselaer did a good job of blowing that up quick, and then play got broke down and holding on the backside.
Yeah, you saw there where it was an all-out blitz, and the defensive tackles and everyone stood everyone up, and your linebackers really knew how to break down and understand that was coming, and that's where your quarterback had to adjust, and hopefully someone was open downfield.
I think he's going to look. Arroyo looking for Huckman again. Now he's dancing around. Gets up. Oh, nailed from behind with the sack. Good play by the Bomber defender that time. That backer. What is that? 40.
Number 10, John Yali.
That was give him the sack, but I couldn't tell who it was for Rensselaer. That forced that guy back up in the middle right there.
And that's where it's good having them defensive tackles really standing up that offensive line and driving them back, and your quarterback has nowhere to go except for jumping around, and that's where number 10, John Laley, was able to get back around and catch back up and tackle him from behind.
3rd and 31. 3rd and forever.
Rensselaer still showing pressure here.
Castro's got it.
Oh, not much.
Got another penalty.
Two more
penalty flags.
Good stop by the Bomber front that time. I think if it's against the Bombers, KV might just.
I think both of these might be on KV. Either chop block. That's definitely KV. I think that's
I think they'll take the down, won't they? They're already pushed back to the 42.
Right now, I keep pushing them back only because it's going to definitely set up a run play. It's going to be a run. And if you want to play field position, you can still use your last timeout by doing that. You keep them in this situation right here at the 40, they can still have an option to pass or run and feel comfortable with either one of them. Now you're thinking it's going to be a run.
No, you're right on, Mr.
Well, now they'll throw the ball this down.
And that's where Zacker's got that no-fly zone with his guys back there playing safeties, and he trusts them enough, and I know that was going in Chris Minks' ear is push him back, don't give him that 4th down.
You're definitely, I'm playing draw the whole way right here. You'd think I'm 3rd and 31.
Look at those sticks. Boy, the Cougars got to get to the 11-yard line. There's a handoff to Castro.
See.
Breaks it down.
Now I think you use your timeout. I go ahead and use it. You got one left.
1:39, the clock's still running.
There's your timeout right there.
There it is. Yep.
You're going to make them punt it, and you're going to at least see what happens with the punt, see if you can get a bad snap or something. If anything, get the ball 25, 30-yard line.
We got our second quarter break in already.
Yes, we did.
All right. So we'll keep it right here. 50. No, that's the timeout running.
Yeah.
Looking at this.
I think there's a minute and 40 left.
Yeah.
So the Bomber defense really stood up when they had to, man.
And that's where.
Go ahead, John. Sorry.
Yeah, that's where Chris has got to understand that minute 35 left. Running the balls, making yards, getting yards, but do we break out a pass for this minute and a half, get a big chunk of yards, and then try and run it, and then see where that goes, get you down at least into field goal range would be ideal. But it'd be surprising to see what he does, or he takes it into the halftime at 10-0 by running it down your throat and knowing that you're going to keep coming. Let them know that Rensselaer's not going to back down.
They still get the ball to start the half, right? So
right. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bombers get it. They go to their tight ends here. Maybe a little slant over the middle. They've got two awfully good tight ends.
Yeah, at 6'1" and 6'2", they are not small guys, and that's where you got to throw a little trust at those guys.
Uh-oh, there's a jump.
I would think that's got to be on Rensselaer right there.
Yeah. Look
in the neutral zone. Calls the offensive player to move. Talking 5 yards here.
Everything was on this near side. Both the defender and the.
I thought Rensselaer was in the neutral zone there.
Let's see what they call. Yep. They're going to call it against the Bombers. It's still 4th and forever. 4th and 40 from the 49. Okay, now they're going to move it down to the 46-yard line. Yep. 1:35 to go. 10-0 Cougars getting close to the halftime mark here. There's the snap, the punt off.
Good pressure, nice punt.
Good punt. There's a good return by the Bombers, just short, but it's solid.
15-yard line.
Yep.
I was really expecting a fair catch right there.
I was too. That was the Cougars, Castro, I believe, on the punt return.
Once again, this is a situation here where you just maybe run the first play and see what you get. You see if you get a first down and stop the clock. It's a tough place to throw the ball right now.
Excuse me, that was Diego Hernandez-Reyes on the.
And that's what's good about this offense. There are pass plays in this offense that, there's a lot of pass plays and little trick plays that you can do to gain a lot of yards real fast. But execution is what's going to come down to it.
Run right up the middle, that time by Reyes. Gained about maybe
2 or 3 yards.
Yeah.
So now you're playing for halftime.
I think the Bombers, they look like they're going to be
taking their time in the huddle, which
going to be safe than sorry.
A small victory that last possession for KB. They got it deep down for them to be able to stop them.
Bombers taking their time. There's a handoff again. The Reyes comes in near side this time. KV defense catches up with him. Short of the first down with under 30 seconds to go.
That'll probably take you to halftime.
Yeah, I think both teams are going to be satisfied with taking this into the halftime at this point. I'm impressed with both punters. Nobody's gotten a bad punt off yet.
They've got some good bounces, but they've got some nice hang time on this turf.
And that'll do it for the first half.
All right. 10-0 Kankakee Valley in a hard-fought, close contest. And should be pretty interesting to see what develops. But, boy, this game just is really dominated by Marco Castro and the Bombers. Reyes and Castro's he seems like he's unstoppable.
Yeah, and that's where they're going to go in for that defense of huddle. They're going to get pulled separately, and they're going to talk about that. And that's where game plan's going to change. Defensive ends, they're going to have to.
What do you do differently?
That's where I was. The defensive ends are definitely going to get a talking to. The outside linebackers are going to get talked to. Those guys have to understand that he likes it to bounce it outside, and he's bouncing outside fast. He's not waiting for anything to develop because the tight ends on Kankakee Valley, they are on it, and they are making sure that they're crashing those ends down. And that's where the outside linebackers really have to step up and read that and make a play off people's hips.
But, for me, real quick, I think what's Rensselaer going to do offensively? Because, yes, their defense have made a couple of mistakes, give up some long drives, but at the end of the day, it's still 10-0 at halftime. You've only given up one touchdown and a half of football. Your offense, which has struggled, I think, overall, has got to put at least 2 scoring drives together to win this game, possibly 3. So my thing going out of the half is, what are we going to do offensively besides Reyes to get this game going? And get the ball the second half, we'll find out quick what they do.
All right, why don't we take a break here with a timeout and come back. Hopefully we'll get some statistics up here from the Rensselaer Central Bomber stat man is due up, Paul Bushman. And if he can find his way to the press box, our old stat man, Jeff Webb, has retired from the job, so we'll try to see if we can get lucky with Colt. But right now, your halftime score is KV Cougars 10, Rensselaer Bombers nothing. Come back for more of the halftime show on 3kgthecage.com.
The place to go for great food is Our Place in Brook, located at 127 West Main Street. Our Place is a restaurant where families and friends in the local community gather and enjoy a home-cooked meal at an affordable price. Our menu features a wide variety of dishes to suit all tastes, from our famous tenderloins to burgers, soups, salads, seafood, and more. Hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. and Sunday from 6 until 2. So if you're looking for great food, stop by Our Place in Brook or call 219-275-2208.
Hi, this is Chuck Clark from the Underwood Insurance. Preferred Insurance. Are you tired of being sacked every month with your auto insurance bill? Do you feel you just pay your premium to your agent and never hear from them? We at the Underwood Insurance Agency work with over 10 insurance carriers to get you our best rate and coverage we can. And we pride ourselves on serving our customers like they are our friends. We are conveniently located in Remington and Lafayette. We can be reached at underwoodagency.com. Reach out to us to score big savings.
Midwest Contractor Services of Rensselaer, with over 15 years of experience, offers both insulation and gutter services for new construction and existing homes in Jasper, Newton, Lake, and Porter counties. You can save money and lower energy bills by getting more insulation for your home. A new insulation project? Large Midwest Contractor Services offers you a custom insulation package that fits your needs. Leaves in your gutter? Let us give you a price on leaf protection products that really work and are affordable. Call Marty or Mark at Midwest Contractor Services today at 219-866-0755 and get an estimate for your project.
Founded in 1931, Community State Bank in Brook is your community bank. We specialize in relationship banking while offering the technology required to meet your modern banking needs. Community State Bank is the area leader in new construction loans and home mortgages. Our lenders know small business and have products to meet your farm and business needs. We're available to get to know you and your needs today at 224 West Main in Brook or by calling 219-275-2441.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
High-quality personalized dental service is what they do at Hillcrest Dental. For over 40 years, generations have relied on Hillcrest Dental for beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. John Ayler and Dr. Jack Drone look forward to seeing you for your next dental visit. For information or to set your appointment, call 219-866-7117. That's 219-866-7117 or visit hillcrestdental.net. Hillcrest Dental is a proud sponsor of all high school athletics.
All right, welcome back. Halftime show here. 10-0 game in favor of the host Cougars in the annual Cracker Barrel Battle. What a great way to start the football season. The battle for Jasper County. And the Cougars riding high right now behind the running of Marco Castro. But the Bombers with some good offense, mostly on the ground. Again, as they've ran up behind their ace running back senior Diego Hernandez-Reyes, who's good for 77 yards on 11 carries, while Carter Ogborn had 4 carries for 10 yards. So the Bombers just short of 100 yards on the ground in this one. Nothing through the air. Quarterback is 0 for 1. So that's about what we expected. Both teams very dominant here with the ground games. Again, it's 10-0. It's been about like we expected, a close, hard-fought game. And
I have a couple things here, too. Rensselaer with 1 turnover on that long snap. KB did not answer with that. KB with no turnovers. I think one thing that's kept the game a little closer than what the score currently is their penalties. I've got KB at 6 for 55. Rensselaer for only 2 for 20, but the 1 for 15 was a big one Rensselaer had, but then also KB probably had 2 of those penalties that were drive killers right there. So as we're at for penalties and turnovers, and we'll see what the second half brings.
Most of those penalties against KV, I think they
were
up 4 of them in
they
that
were
first
early
drive.
4 of the 6. However, the one late was a big one. They
Big
had
one, yeah.
You had what, maybe 2nd and 12 or something like that, and they had a big 10-yarders, and then followed up with the chop block. So back to back there.
Cougar marching band on the field with the gals out there with the flag corps doing a nice job. Boy, this Cougar band is it's huge. There's just, I don't know, it looks like close to over 40 members, I'm sure, maybe 50-ish, and doing a good job. They sound really good. We'll take our second timeout. Wait, John's
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about. What's Rensselaer going to do on the offensive side coming out of the second half? And we just got the stats for it. They're not doing bad. It's just that those little gains are bumping them up. But when you see KV break those big yardage plays, it doesn't really show that Rensselaer is doing much on offense. But yeah, the stats are right there. And update on Metzinger, the defensive back, he is out with a knee injury.
Ouch.
They do not expect him to be coming back in this game.
You would think with 100 yards, John, wouldn't you, that they'd have some points on the board?
And that's where that 10-0 is. It's a big thing. Back when we played Lafayette Jeff, or not Lafayette Jeff, CC. It was a 9-0 game, and I think we both averaged around 200 yards that game. So it's just a bare knuckle boxing match, which it usually always is with KV, and it's good to see. And it's a defensive game now. We're gonna come back out. Hopefully Rensselaer has a better game plan for Castro, and vice versa. They've got to have a game plan for Rensselaer too. They're moving the ball. They're just a couple unfortunate plays that has held them back.
All right. Also, don't forget on 3kgthecage.com. Next week, we've got right now some volleyball games lined up for you from Tri-County on Monday night. There'll be some volleyball action, South Newton at TC, and then Tuesday night, it'll be these Lady Cougars here traveling over to Rensselaer Central. So you can catch both games, probably be on the air somewhere around 6:45. It's hard to really tell exactly in volleyball because you got the junior varsity contest before that. Depends on how long they go. Also, Wednesday night, of course, the Coaches Show, the weekly 3kgthecage.com Coaches Show from Arnie's Pizza Live. And join us for that. We have such great response from all of our coaches that come out and loyally show up every week. And that's a lot of fun. And they give us a lot of information. All right. Again, your score at the break. Kankakee Valley 10, Rensselaer Bombers nothing. come back for second half action on 3kgthecage.com.
At Applegate Seed House, we specialize in any and all small seed project needs. This includes government programs, CRP, pollinators and waterways, pasture mixes, and new lawn seed. Applegate Seed House is located 2 miles north of Brook, Indiana, and 2.5 miles east of Highway 41. Call Sam at 765-363-3113. That's Sam at Applegate Seed House, 765-363-3113.
Your sign is your image, and at Designs by Cindy, we pride in making you look your best. We pride ourselves in our wide range of custom products and services. Our ability to understand your needs and deliver exactly what you're looking for is what sets us apart. We're your one-stop for all your signage needs. Check out our website at designsbycindy.com or give us a call at Designs by Cindy at 219-819-8786.
Working with our customers has been Kentland Bank's trademark for 87 years. We're dedicated to making your visit a lasting one, and helping you achieve your goals is our #1 priority. With 5 locations, Kentland Bank offers all loans needed for today's businesses and families, including car loans, mortgages, agriculture, and commercial loans. We're here to make your busy life less hectic by offering online and mobile banking, bill pay, and P2P payments. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Meet you at Arnie's, Rensselaer's go-to pizza, and so much more. Pizza, sandwiches, burgers are here. Don't forget about dessert. Wings, cheese sticks, garlic bread too. Arnie's pizza menu has something for everyone. Dine in or carry out in the best pizza in town. Located across from St. Joseph's College in Rensselaer. Call 219-866-9999 and meet you at Arnie's.
Pulver Psychological Services offers psychological counseling, consultation, and assessment. Locally owned and operated, Pulver Psych focuses on solutions for the community and serves as support for individuals, families, and organizations. Whether you're in need of personal, family, or success counseling, Pulver Psychological Services can help you reach your life goals. Increase work satisfaction, have better relationship compatibility, improve sports performance. Get in touch with Pulver Psychological Services by visiting pulverpsych.com.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Goodman has been serving the Jasper County and surrounding area since 2009. Being involved in the area, Joe Goodman has kept his interest in making sure he provides the best insurance for his clients. Whether you need life, car, home, business, farm and crops, or even renter's insurance, Agent Joe Goodman will keep searching for the best policy for your valued investments. Call Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Goodman at 219-866-4694 or stop in at 2570 North McKinley Avenue in Rensselaer.
Okay, welcome back here to Kankakee Valley. And again, the halftime score, KV 10, Bombers nothing. We're going to take one final timeout here, break, and come back with second half action. Come back and join us on 3kgthecage.com.
Founded in 1931, Community State Bank in Brook is your community bank. We specialize in relationship banking while offering the technology required to meet your modern banking needs. Community State Bank is the area leader in new construction loans and home mortgages. Our lenders know small business and have products to meet your farm and business needs. We're available to get to know you and your needs today at 224 West Main in Brook or by calling 219-275-2441.
Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Starting a new business? Or perhaps you're thinking it's time for a fresh start in dealing with your company's taxes. For over 50 years, Del Principe and Alley Certified Public Accountants have been helping folks just like you. They keep up to date on all the changing tax codes and help you take full advantage of the deductions and credits the tax laws permits. Let them help you. Call Del Principe and Alley today at 219-866-4665 or 987-6014.
In agriculture, preparation is important. Dedication is you deciding what to plant and then asking what it will take for a good crop. how much work will it take to produce the final crop? In sports, preparation is vital in becoming the best you can be. Dedication is a will of achievements for a winning desire. Corbett Farms encourages everyone to do their best by having a winning spirit, attitude, and achievement. Your positivity will make a difference. Corbett Farms is proud to sponsor high school sports.
Hi, this is Chuck Clark with the Underwood Insurance Agency, formerly Preferred Insurance Group. Are you tired of being sacked every month with your auto insurance bill? Do you feel you just pay your premium to your agent and never hear from them? We at the Underwood Insurance Agency work with over 10 insurance carriers to get you our best rate and coverage we can, and we pride ourselves on serving our customers like they are our family. We are conveniently located in Remington and Lafayette. We can be reached at underwoodagency.com. Reach out to us to score big savings.
Welcome back. Kankakee Valley High School, their beautiful football facility. And we got a beautiful game going on. Hey, I just want to thank my partners here for tonight. Boy, John Ohanis, and we couldn't do without him. Man, he's such a good inside information from his years playing for the Bombers. And most impressive thing is he's got that big ring, state championship. Boy, that's what, you can't miss that. And then Matt Sipka comes all the way here from North White to step in and fill in. Without these two guys, man, Matt's probably got the toughest job here, running all the commercials and running the computer and everything else.
Well, you're right about John and his insight. He's been very humble about some of the things he shared, because I just watched that game a couple weeks ago, the championship game in under center.
Really?
Yeah, I was up one night, just watched it, getting ready for this game, I guess. No, not really. But then I watched John and played center, and it just the whole line of that game was pretty flawless, that game. But I just appreciate you and Bill for allowing me to help out.
Well, we're having a lot of fun. You know, even though Bobby's not here, he's a part of our crew because he's been the guy that's coming up with the phone calls and being able to tell us what we're doing right, wrong, and everything in between, man. Bobby, we appreciate you back there in Remington. Here's the kickoff, and we'll go out of bounds. It will, so the Bombers will get good field position here to start the second half.
Once again, I'm excited to see what Rensselaer comes out and does right here, because you think obviously a lot of Reyes right here, right? But I'm just a big believer that you've got to try something different at some point. The first drive of the third is critical. Great field position. They're going to make him re-kick, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
But I'm excited to see what Rensselaer does.
Don't you get an option to get it like at the 30, 35-yard line when it goes out of bounds? Maybe
but
not.
Then I think the team that's receiving false start. Back to the 35. It may be at Rensselaer's discretion what they want to do, and the fact that they haven't kicked it deep yet tonight, maybe a good call, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'll take that penalty all the time. And that's where you still got them pretty deep back down to the 20. And they're lined up wide, so he should be one to kick it as deep as possible at this point.
All right, just now underway then for the second half action. There's the boot. A little bit higher this time. Line drive.
Pretty nice kick.
Did right at the 20. And good coverage. No. Yeah. It looked like they hit the returner, but he broke free from the initial stop. Gained a couple more yards, but then more red shirts converged.
So Rensselaer will start at the 36, is about where they would have started.
And that's where game plan didn't change too much. Back out with the same offense. But like I said, there's a lot of playing.
Reyes with the first carry, and he scrambles for maybe
when you guys
maybe two.
When you guys initially started this offense, I remember when you do that quick little handoff to Fleming. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I mean, you got different athletes, different kids, but that'd be nice to see every once in a while, maybe once this half, throw that little wrinkle. And I don't know if Rensselaer, I'm assuming they still have that in Arsenal. See them do that.
Yeah, and absolutely, and that play is a very cool developing play because you got to trust your fullback to stay put, not move, and basically he's making a basket with his arm, and the quarterback's got to know how to hand that off, and you got to practice that a lot.
Another quick handoff right up the middle. As we grind out another maybe
Nice
3
hard run.
yards. Yeah, I think
Nice
it's going to be
hard
3rd and 5. What a name from the past. Good job, Fleming.
Yeah.
John, didn't he go on the play at St. Joe?
He went to Franklin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I remember him as a darn good football player.
We had a couple guys go on. Ab Kiger ended up going to St. Joe for a little while. And I know Rylan Arhood, I think, also went to Franklin. And those guys are doing great.
Ooh, halfback pass. See, come back to it.
Little duck play.
I like the wrinkle. Great coverage. Was that number 15 on the coverage or 21? Who's on the coverage there?
I didn't catch. I think it was 21. It was number 1 for the Bombers on the trying to catch it.
You know, the throw was just so weak right there, unfortunately. Didn't give the receiver a chance to even come back to it.
Yeah.
But had he been a little bit farther downfield, he would have been able to come back to that ball as the DB was not turning around looking for it.
So the Bombers will be forced to punt here. 4th down and 4. They're going to boot it.
Nice punt again.
Again, wow. And nobody will return this one. And
It's somewhat of a Cougar bounce.
Yeah. Hey, we got a score here in. Winnemac is leading West Central in the 4th quarter, 24-8. So that's a little bit of a surprise.
West Central, knowing the Midwest Conference is what I do, West Central, obviously they had some good teams over the last few years, but they were hit hard by graduation.
Yeah.
The skilled positions.
I
With the
think
wing tee they run. And
8 guys or
Yeah.
something like that from that senior
Yes.
class last year. And they were all key. You know, not just the guys that are just on the team. They were the guys you count on. And Winnemac is always, that's another rivalry
Football,
contest,
yeah.
big
Yep,
one.
Same county, yep.
And that never used to be the opener. I mean, they just switched that up this year.
Well, conferences switch so much anymore that ADs have to switch around all the time. They really do.
Midwest Conference now has Faith Christian of Lafayette.
First year, yep.
Picking up football, but so that brings them up to 7. Of course, DeMont Christian does not play football, so they're the 8th squad.
There's that option.
And he gets strung out.
Great job by Rensselaer. That's the 3rd time they ran that option play, and probably the first of the 3 times that the quarterback did not do the correct read because nobody was on the running back at that point. I don't know why he didn't pitch it, but Rensselaer will take that.
Yeah, and that's a one of those. We had 3 guys on the quarterback there, and no one was looking at the running backs, and that's a key that I would probably come back to it off this play if I was KV.
Yeah.
Third and 6.
Low
Got a
snap.
flag down.
Looks like
Yep.
has to be a false start. So once again, this is their 2nd penalty to start the half, just like the first half. This is a situation where Rensselaer has to get them off the field right now. On 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11 from the 20, because that's going to create the field position they need.
Right.
First down here would be demoralizing for Rensselaer, regardless of what happens with the rest of the drive.
You think it's going to go to Castro?
I think it's going to be a pass play. They're going to throw it last down. Nice screen. Screen
Dumps it off to
pass.
Castro. And
He's got the first down with the 2nd effort. Great call. That's the first time they ran the screen all night. I thought they were going to go to the fly pattern to the left, and they come back and dump it underneath.
Yeah, and that's right there. That the defensive line, that's when they're so hungry, they're so ready to get to the ball, and that's what they got to understand. Oh, I'm not getting blocked. They got to shut down, break down, and find out where that running back's at because that'll kill you every time.
4th and 1 right here, and KB is going to go for it on the 31-yard line.
Is this big?
This is a huge play, especially with the way that both kickers been kicking.
Yeah.
Right there. This big turning point either way.
And out to Castro. Whoa.
He might be gone. Nope.
Oh, wow. Good tackle. But not until He gets it well into the Bomber territory.
And that's what happens on a 4th and 1. You know it's going to go up the middle. You have to sell out. You want to get a big play. Cut that back to the left side and up the side with that.
Yeah, and that's where defensive line did great there. They covered up all the linemen. They picked up the front blocker. That's where your linebackers really have to step into those holes and make those plays.
So we got 1st and 10 from the 40, 39.
39. There goes Castro around the far side. Good stretched out that time by the Bomber D.
I don't know if that's Doyle right there on the ground in the backfield, 87, 83. But once again, he made the play by making Castro go 2 yards in the backfield before he went to try to cut it up. Once again, a 4-yard gain, though, a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Yeah, even when they kind of control him, he still's going to get 3 or 4. He's that type of back. There he goes again. Hit right up the middle, but they kind of push the
8
pile.
yards, 1st down. And what you're seeing right here, these last couple plays, you've seen the KB offensive line 3 or 4 yards down the field. And that's not a sign you want to see with still 7 minutes to go in the 3rd.
And that's where Rensselaer looks like they're in a 3-5, and that's where that's going to bite them. It gives you, that extra linebacker. But if your linebackers aren't stepping up into those holes to fill them when they see that that's the run play, it's going to bite them like they're doing right here.
Short gain on 1st down that time. Cougars up 10-0. 6:39 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you look at that 2nd quarter, that was a little slower, right? You look at KB right here, man, we're already halfway through the 3rd quarter. So Rensselaer might get this ball back with, 3 or 4 minutes of the quarter, right?
With some time.
Yeah.
And that's what they need, some time to develop some plays, get their momentum going, and, kind of let the offense have some time on the
big
field.
hole right there.
Castro
Sorry, John. Break the tackle there.
Oh, man. He is so hard to stop. Marco Castro again. Another 1st down inside the 10-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. Boy, they're really making a statement with this drive.
They are. Rensselaer has to. They've got to keep them out of the end zone here. And that's the way Castro's running that ball. 1st and goal to 9.
Yeah, Rensselaer's defense has got to work to want to get off the field.
Castro's out. He's not in the backfield just playing. That was a good run. Who was?
I can't see that.
Can't see the number.
22.
Oh, I thought he was off. 20. No, that was.
It was Castro.
That was 21 who came. 23 who came off. I'm sorry.
That number 68 for Rensselaer getting up slow.
Looks like he's gonna go off. A little bit shaken up. Clock is stopped here. 5:45 to go in quarter number 3. Fast-moving quarter number 3, as Matt Simcoe said. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. See if that's any better, John. Touchdown, Cougars! All right, 5:29 to play, and KV punches it in again, and then moves the lead up to 16-0 with the kick coming. A couple other scores. West Central scored again, so they closed in now 24-16 with under 8 minutes to go. There's the kick, and it's good, right down the middle. That's makes it 17-0. We'll take a timeout here in the 3rd quarter and come back with more on 3kgthecage.com.
The place to go for great food is Our Place in Brook, located at 127 West Main Street. Our Place is a restaurant where families and friends in the local community gather and enjoy a home-cooked meal at an affordable price. Our menu features a wide variety of dishes to suit all tastes, from our famous tenderloins to burgers, soups, salads, seafood, and more. Hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. and Sunday from 6 until 2. So if you're looking for great food, stop by Our Place in Brook or call 219-275-2208.
All right, we've got another final for you in the Eastern Time Zone, and Tri-County was close against Covington, but couldn't get it in the win column here tonight. Covington 25, Tri-County 20.
That's another team that's got big hopes in the Midwest Conference. They got the Pearson boy back at running back, who's going to have a phenomenal year this year. And North White won that conference last year, and I think they graduated 10, 11 seniors. So that conference is really open to anybody this year.
Yeah, and that's hard for anyone to lose that many seniors. I know when we left with 11 seniors that all started and all had a key role. And it took Binks and that crew a bit of time to, bounce back and get some guys up. And it's no easy task.
That ball off the returner's hands, rolled back into the end zone, so will be a touchback, and the Bombers will take it. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Yeah, Jake West from Tri-County was very encouraging about his squad coming back this year. He had a lot of, I think he had 2 seniors last year, and one was like a transfer in, so barely played at all. This year, a much more representative class. I think he might have anywhere 6, 8 guys.
You got to replace Baylor at quarterback,
but
he's
got
some good pieces coming back. Rensselaer takes over the 20,
fumbles
the snap. It looks like Westfall did jump on that.
Oh.
Okay.
They had one fumbled snap in the first half, but that was definitely the center's fault.
That was.
I don't know if this
that was more on Westfall's part right there. The snap was fine.
It looked like he was looking to hand it off to his running back more than.
And we had a Rensselaer player, which would have been your lead blocker out front, get tangled up, and now he's hurt over there on the Rensselaer sideline. Don't know if it's a cramp or ankle. Can't really tell.
Injuries starting to pile up a little bit here, especially for the Bombers.
And coming from my short time as center, it's never the center's fault. It's always everybody else's fault. That's unfortunate, and looks like he's up and walking off. So hopefully he's gets checked out and gets back in the game.
Gets back in, yeah.
So John, on 2nd and 19, 2nd and 20 here, what would you do?
I would see. I don't know who went down. Was it a tight end that went down, or
I did not see the number. They come back to the same play they just were going to run.
Good run, good yardage that time.
Nice run. Looks like a gain of 8, 9 yards. Thought they could probably stretch it a little wider, to be honest with you, too.
That's where, depending on what the offensive line is feeling, which they should be pretty fresh. They haven't spent a lot of time on the ground. But that's where that fullback sneak it right up the middle, and it could catch them off guard one of these times. Hopefully we see it and it works out well for them.
As the Cougars linebackers aren't getting really aggressive, so they're able to read that more than likely.
Yeah, and that's a big thing that they've been doing very well all night, is staying back, reading, and then adapting to what's going on.
Diego Reyes again on the carry. That's 2 carries in a row for him, but
looks like Rensselaer, they're going to have to punt. Obviously, you have to punt. That's where that, they had a nice couple runs there. That first initial play was set up pretty nice too, and that's where that fumble.
That snap, yeah. That's what it's been for the Bombers. A lot of, penalties or one or two things that have just stalled up all their drives. They either can't get the drive going, but it's like they gain yardage and then go back. There's one that's not quite as long, and it looks like a fair catch by the Cougars, made by number 38. And see if we can get a number. We struggle a little bit in the KV press box. It's beautiful, but the lights have got to be out because of the angle of the windows. If you have the lights on, where everybody can see their notes and stats and everything, but then you can't basically see out the windows.
KV takes over at midfield right here. It'd be interesting to see what they do. They can go for a knockout blow or nope.
Hand off to Castro.
Once again, missed tackle, 2 missed tackles.
Oh, boy.
Nice cutback.
Wow. All the way down to the 30. And
I think when Brian and Chris go back to this game, it's the missed tackles. It really is. I mean, I know he's a big back and he's good, don't get me wrong, but there's been a lot of times tonight where the Rensselaer players have been in position to make a play. And that's sometimes with this, you need someone to make a play now.
Yeah.
Now it comes down to playmaking.
Yeah, and that's where you really have to rely. Although we got someone down. That's really, you have to rely on your outside linebackers. They've got to make them open field tackles. And if not, a kid like Castro is going to make you pay all night long for it.
That's another Bomber injury. Guys have to come all the way across the field here, right in front of the Cougar bench. Next week's action, the Bombers return. They'll have their home opener as they'll entertain North Newton in that annual rivalry game. Well, Kankakee Valley will take to the road next week and travel to Wheeler High School. Cougars, one of the few teams that have the exact same schedule as last year, other than just flip-flopped home and away dates. Rensselaer, I think, is
Eli Dixon.
Eli Dixon going on the sideline.
Bombers picked up Woodstock, Illinois, and that's near the Wisconsin border. That's going to be week 3. Castro again. Oh, he stayed in bounds, and he's just weaving. Oh, my God. That might have been his most impressive play of the night.
I've been trying to watch a lot of the line because that's not what I'm very good at. And Castro's doing a great job. But he's getting all that downfield, 7-8 yards. He's making his cut. I mean, the line right there, he wasn't touched the first 4 or 5 yards off the line. So really, that's credit to the line right there.
Yeah, and that's a key thing that you look in those running backs, that he's looking in advance. He's always looking downfield, what's coming at him, and not what's right here, what do I need to do right now. It's he's looking ahead, making sure that he knows what he's doing another step ahead.
Castro dives in right around the 5-yard line that time.
Second goal from the 6.
Time getting short here in quarter number 3, 2:43 to go. Cougars trying to punch it in again for their second touchdown in the second half. And this will make it tough on the Bombers. You get up 24-0 here. Castro breaks it out, cuts it back inside.
Down to
just
about the
short.
2-yard line, yard and a half.
Good pursuit that time by the Bomber D. But, boy, they don't have much room to play with.
No, and that's where Rensselaer's defense is probably hoping for let the KV offensive line do a false start again, get a couple penalties underneath their belt to kind of push them back to help them out. But that is not always the case, and they're going to have to understand that, and they're going to have to get on their reads and understand how to break down and really open field tackle this kid.
Good call there, John. You're so right for where we are right now in this game. And then right up the middle, touchdown, Marco Castro and the Cougars. 1:39 to go in quarter number 3, and that pumps the Cougar lead 23-0. Cougars look like a well-oiled machine right now.
They do. They look really good right now. And, this is where Rensselaer, you got to just, I've always said when you're coaching, you're playing live action, you don't worry about the score. I mean, especially in week 1, right?
Sure.
You've got to use, practice is just different. You got to use this to get better. Whatever you're doing with Rensselaer, you got to go out there, forget about the score, and just keep getting better with what you want to do offensively.
Yeah.
Good that time. A good strong kick, but just wide right. So the score will remain 23-0. We got 1:39 to go in the quarter. We've taken our in-quarter timeout, so we'll keep it right here. You can't get demoralized. You're right. You're right. If you're the Bombers, you need a drive here, though, just to start feeling good about yourself. You know, I mean, next week's North Newton, but you want to come back, and you sure don't want to, have a goose egg up here. You want to score some points at least.
Yeah, and it goes back to right now is get a couple good drives going, make yourself, get that little bit of a hype and momentum going, even though, you're down 23-0. This is now, you need to look at the fundamentals of what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, and really focus on that. Score is only going to matter, when stuff's close right now. With 1:39 left in the third, let them play this out, let them get their game plan, and then roll back to the fundamentals of showing these guys everyone's got a job to do, and you have to do that job no matter what.
And along with the fundamentals, so critical and crucial, but, the mental part of the game, right? You just mentally keep yourself in the game. And
Hey, Bob Kurtz is Mr. Obvious, guys. He said not much anticipation here for the player of the game. We got an easy call.
I think, that's not going to be a hard one to call.
Another kick. Is that?
It went out of bounds.
Out of bounds at about the one? Or?
No, they're calling a touchback.
I guess he saw something we didn't. He must have
I thought it clearly went out about the one.
I did too.
But I thought the way the night was going, it was going to bounce in the end zone anyways.
It must have nicked the pylon because it sure was close. Of course, the far corner from our viewpoint makes it a tough call.
I know Rensselaer's always had the spread arsenal with them to a certain degree. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing a little wrinkle because you only have a couple passing things that you do out of this offense. I wouldn't mind if they had that wrinkle into the spread. See what you can do
right
for
now.
A quarter with Westfall back there.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, let them open up. Show them what they can do, and
it's gonna be a handoff to Reyes.
That was a big pile up. Yeah, show everyone what the kid can do and let him open up a little bit to build confidence. It's first game. Everyone's got the jitters. Let him get that stuff out now. And not, when you're in conference play and you're going down deeper in the season and still struggling, this is the time to be doing that.
2nd and 7 from the 23. Westfall with the handoff to Reyes. You get it near the 25.
They've come out. They haven't really done anything a whole lot different, but they came out with this different look with Reyes deep in the backfield.
Yeah, that looks like the old offense that we had. That was the predecessor to what they're running now, and also still a very dominant offense. And these guys going both ways, in high school, that's one of those things you have to deal with and make sure your endurance is up, and KV's really kind of sticking it to them.
This will be the final play, most likely, of quarter number 3. Westfall with the pitch. It looks like a good run.
Who's that number 8 for KV? Excellent job shedding off the block. I thought they had a lead block out there. He ran right around him and made the tackle.
Held them short of the first down, so they're going to be faced with a 4th and 1 from their own 29. What do you do here?
Yeah, that was the corner.
Yeah, you're not going to do anything, right?
Yeah,
but you definitely go for it.
Yeah, understanding that those pulling guards right there, you got to land those blocks. And you're running back, you have to trust that they're going to hit those blocks and cut off their backs. And just showing not a whole lot of trust right there on that one.
All right, we'll take a timeout here. We've played 3 quarters, and it's all Cougars 23-0 over Rensselaer Bomber in the annual Cracker Barrel game on 3KG, The Cage.
Founded in 1931, Community State Bank in Brook is your community bank. We specialize in relationship banking while offering the technology required to meet your modern banking needs. Community State Bank is the area leader in new construction loans and home mortgages. Our lenders know small business and have products to meet your farm and business needs. We're available to get to know you and your needs today at 224 West Main in Brook or by calling 219-275-2441.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
At Applegate Seed House, we specialize in any and all small seed project needs. This includes government programs, CRP, pollinators and waterways, pasture mixes, and new lawn seed. Applegate Seed House is located 2 miles north of Brook, Indiana, and 2.5 miles east of Highway 41. Call Sam at 765-363-3113. That's Sam at Applegate Seed House, 765-363-3113.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line. So we talked about going to this quarter positive plays. That was a nice fourth down conversion. Let's see what they build off with this.
There's a. Oh, nice. Whoa. Big sack by that Cougar front. My goodness.
You know, there's a situation where you figure Rensselaer to throw the ball on first and 10 from the 30 from that situation with the score. And once again, that defensive end, outstanding job. Didn't play the run at all and made a great play. So we got, what, second 19, 22-yard line?
22, yeah. 9-yard loss on that sack. This play, Westfall. Is he on a quarterback keeper, I think? But another stop
7-yard loss right there.
Cougar defense.
6-yard loss, make it the third down, 25 from the 16-yard line. They almost think Rensselaer keeps it pretty conservative right here.
We got a final in from the West Central Winnemac. That last score we had is the final. Winnemac 24, West Central 16.
Yep, simple draw play right there. Gets back maybe a yard gain there. So we got 4th and 24 as Rensselaer sends out the punt team. I have another score for you. North White loses 14-8 to Taylor. I'm sorry, 12-8 to Taylor. Taylor had 2 long touchdown runs of 94 and 95 yards.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
That'll be a long bus ride home from Taylor tonight.
That is a tough start for the Midwest Conference with Tri-County, West Central, and North White all losing.
It don't get much easier for them next week as they go to Caston.
Oh, jeez. There's, again, a high, shorter punt, and the Cougars will be set up in Bomber territory at their 46-yard line. 9:33 to go in this one. 23-0. Cougars have really put the pedal to the metal here in the second half. If there was any doubt.
No, what they really did was they cleaned everything up. You know, they had a couple penalties in that first half that was drive killers, and they didn't do it this half.
Yeah, and KV's doing a good job of their offense and defense, both sides of the ball, even them going into half and understanding what they were doing wrong and what they were doing right. And KV's just capitalizing more than Rensselaer is right now.
That time, a good job by the Bomber defense. Stringing out Castro for a very, very short gain, less than a yard.
Nice to see them all swarm to the ball right there. It wasn't just one guy, a couple guys stopping. They all playing hard.
Royal about dead center on the 50-yard line as he's
waiting for that play clock to go down.
Yep, and we'll probably see this the rest of the game. They're gonna tire that clock as much as they can.
That's a good thing when it's 23-0.
Yeah, and that
Grasso tries to go outside, and not much there to gain this time.
A nice play by defensive end right there to hold on and get some help from that linebacker cleaning them up right there.
Yeah, and that's where, it goes back to what I was saying of making sure them defensive line crashes down and those outside linebackers are there to fill that outside gap if he runs outside or if he cuts it back inside, to understand that they got to break down almost at the same exact time as that defensive end to understand what that running back's going to do. And that's where fundamentals come back into. If everyone's running their fundamentals, you could be, the worser of the team, and you can still pull off wins.
Matt, was it 0-0 at the end of the first quarter?
3-0.
3-0, okay.
3-0. Yep. I thought KV might use a timeout there. It was really close. They gave him a timeout there? They gave him the timeout, not to delay a game. So we'll go to a quick commercial break. 7:46 in the fourth. KV 23, Rensselaer 0.
Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent Joe Goodman has been serving the Jasper County and surrounding area since 2009. Being involved in the area, Joe Goodman has kept his interest in making sure he provides the best insurance for his clients. Whether you need life, car, home, business, farm and crops, or even renter's insurance, Agent Joe Goodman will keep searching for the best policy for your valued investments. Call Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Goodman at 219-866-4694 or stop in at 2570 North McKinley Avenue in Rensselaer.
Welcome back to the beautiful facility here for the Kankakee Valley Cougars. And it's all Cougars tonight in the annual Cracker Barrel season opener, the battle for Jasper County. Last year was a thriller, 28-27 Bomber victory over in Rensselaer, but not the case. Cougars getting their revenge big time here tonight. And Kirk Kennedy's going to be a happy camper for sure with what he sees from his Cougars.
Yeah, John mentioned earlier with the early jitters, and that's really what it was. Ever since those first, I have them for 6 penalties for the game for the first quarter. And since then, they really dominated the game both sides.
Cougar numbers are down this year, but Kennedy, he's out there. Oh boy, that was the closest the Cougars came to really getting a nice gainer through the air, but the wide receiver ended up kind of twirling his body trying to
They got the corner to turn the wrong way and had him wide open. And if there's anything, KV is going to go back and work on this week, it still has to be the passing because I think they've attempted 3 or 4 passes and really they haven't really been close. So
yeah, and that's one of those, running deep into the season, relying on one guy is Castro. He is as good as he is. That's hard to win deep in the tournament, and you got to kind of have more of an arsenal. And it takes a toll. Takes a toll on a running back. And
nice bounce
for
KV.
Good bounce.
That was Adrian Uckman trying to haul that pass in.
For KV, I also wonder too is how much have they not shown yet, right?
Yeah,
because really they've only ran three or four plays tonight, pretty effectively. So you're like, okay, how much? They had the nice screen pass, draw once or twice, but they have to have more in the arsenal than that they haven't shown yet.
Yeah, and absolutely. And we've seen these couple pass plays that he's got the arm to stretch it out, and he's got the receivers to get out there and get the ball. Yeah. But you just got to find something that connects.
So
Rensselaer takes over at the 12-yard line here.
Hand off right up the middle. Reyes. Somebody, again, the Bomber is a little hobble down there, hopping around. But
Dyson Henderson, number 71 for Rensselaer.
I think he's going to shake it off.
He's going to shake it off.
Bombers aren't used to being on the short end by this much.
No, but you think,
game.
John would probably tell you this is going to be a great week of practice. The focus will be there, and I'm sure they're going to go very hard on Monday. They'll probably go tomorrow, wouldn't they? I don't know, but
they might have a nice long film session in bleachers tomorrow, if I recall.
Well, they've beat North Newton about 1 million times in a row, so I think they can count on some history
North
there in
Newton,
their favor.
They're clearly in a rebuild. Just listen to their coach there, and a lot of freshmen and sophomore, and they had a lot of kids that didn't go out last year as seniors. So
yeah, and that's tough for any program. And we never look down on the schools that are smaller and got less kids in the county and balls on the ground.
Fumble.
Looks like Rensselaer picked it up.
I think so.
Yep, they did.
Speaking of the Spartans, John Ewing has come in there, second-year coach now, and he just keeps his, he's so positive with the kids and with everything about that program. He really worked his tail off over the summer for building his staff. He had very little help last year. He had changes. He had people, leave in the middle of the season.
Yeah, because I know Coach Zachary, I coached against the AD there. I know he was down there helping them.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So that tells you a lot right there. But Ewing thought that's going to be a big difference.
Can you get the kids to stay long enough? We had a really good senior class a couple of years ago, won 21 ball games, and graduated all of them. And the next year, we go out, and I have 5 brand new kids, but they're former seniors. And I just getting them to believe that, hey, we were playing for the sectional, right?
Right.
And next thing you know, we're 43-40 overtime loss in the championship game. So it's just, if you have that coach like you're talking about and you can keep those kids together, you're going to take the lumps early in the season.
Well, the Spartans have good numbers for their program. Is coming off an 0-10 season. He's got over 30 kids there. Last year, they barely had enough to practice with.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous.
3rd and 5 for the Bombers, get down to, let's say, the 33-yard line, make it 4th and 1, 4th and 2.
This game rapidly played in the second half.
Because it's been clean. It's been a clean.
Yeah.
Two penalties, and one was on the initial kickoff, I believe. Here's a score for you. This is what's going to make it tough for any team in the Midwest Conference. Carroll 55, Caston 6. Caston's a greatly improved team. Carroll, if you know anything about 1A football, South Adams up there, they dominate. Or Adams Central, sorry. Carroll's ran them 2 years in a row in a semi-state. But up until that point, they dominate, and it looks like it's going to be the same thing this year.
Bomber crowd is starting to head out, guys. They've seen enough. Take a timeout here. We'll keep it right here. 23-0. This is going to be a big victory for KV to start the season on the road next week against the Wheeler Bearcats. Well, the Bombers will try to turn things around with a visit from North Newton in their home opener.
And what's nice for both teams, it's the first game of the season, right?
Yeah.
And a lot to improve on, a lot to get better on. And, you always learn a lot more from a loss than you do a win. So, but I've been mildly impressed with KV and their ability, really their line.
Yeah.
I know John's been great. He's carried me tonight with his knowledge. But really, I've seen the KV offensive line 2 or 3 yards downfield really ever since the mid-second quarter, to be honest with you. That's been the difference.
Yeah, making them second-level blocks is huge, and obviously being an offense and a defensive line guys, I'm watching those guys more than the ball running around, but it's a big thing, and it drives your running back and your quarterbacks and your backs and everything to push that much harder when you have a line like they do, to push everything and give everything they've got because they know that they've got their back, and it's shown tonight by however many yards Castro has at this point.
Nice first down run for the Rensselaer, 4th and 1 and 34. Keeping the chains moving, and once again, it'd be nice to see a score here. It's 2 first downs in a row.
Yeah, and absolutely. Just a score at any point in this game for Rensselaer would be a huge positive to go into the week. If they could put a drive together, then they understand what works against a very good team. And it helps. It does help when you run a good team and you can get a score like that, deep in the fourth quarter. Just like when we played CC, we were 9-0 in a sectional game, and then it was a very low scoring, obviously, and it was back and forth, and no one could catch momentum, and that's a big thing. If you catch momentum like KV has, in the first quarter, it's hard to come back and switch that over unless you guys can mindset change.
Fumble. Yeah, recovered by KV at the 40. And unfortunately, that's the third turnover for Rensselaer tonight, second this half, and both just dropped. You know what I was going to add to what John was saying, like I mentioned earlier in the half, Rensselaer put this second wrinkle in. They were doing some good things. So now, going in for North Newton or any team in the future, now you got to prepare for both offenses. And it was unfortunate to see that fumble because I was like, get a couple more first downs, and now you got two different offenses to go with. And
and absolutely that a first down in a game like this is a huge thing to have happen, and see that fumble right there, just a simple misread, and he fumbled it forward for a turnover, and that kills that little bit of momentum that you had.
Good gainer on the ground for the Cougars as they try to run this one out. Down on 30 or 3 minutes left. See, we got a new ball carrier that
Fleck,
time.
44 Fleck. He's a freshman for KV.
Wow. How do you guys, future opponents for KV, what do you do against Castro? How do you stop it? Somebody that's that good and has the line, cranking in front of them.
So you can go what John's been saying all night, which is just your defensive end reading their reads, but but it's more on the linebackers filling those holes.
Yeah, and they will.
There's a foul by KV.
Fleck again, the ball on the ground.
Now they got a backup quarterback in right now.
I think they do.
I think they.
Yeah, Parker's a sophomore.
Younger guys.
And it was he tried to pull it back from the running back right there and dropped it.
KV's put their younger guys and get them some plays in the first. The first game in at Cracker Barrel was huge for a young guy. I remember, me being a freshman and getting to come in for a Cracker Barrel game was, a world-changing difference, and it gives you more drive for the next couple of years, and it's a good thing to have. So you gotta.
Yeah, exactly right. Anytime you can get anybody, and I didn't interrupt you, sorry, John, but you get that freshman, just that feel on the field, and obviously he's got a quick pop in his step right there, so you got a bright future. Did not mean to interrupt you.
Movement.
Yep.
In the line, that's going to be. I didn't see any flag flying, but what are they going to call?
I think it's going to be a false start on KV.
Got to call something. John, how big is it? How much fun is it when the Bombers have a big victory and you're out in the middle of the field with calisthenics circle,
Bomber
a big
Jets.
circle, and the student body joins you? How much fun is that?
It goes back to one of those. It's the rush in the moment. And, I got goosebumps even thinking about it because I was down on the field before the game and kind of giving a little pep talk. And just being back on the field and, getting around these guys is it's a big thing. It's something that's in your blood.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, it's got to be in your blood. You got to be a hungry guy. And that's where it's nice to have a victory to be able to celebrate and really showboat and, show everybody who you are.
It's so cool when the students rush that gate and they're lined up just wanting to get out there, watching every second click off. That is one of the neatest traditions I've seen in some of our area teams. All right, the Cougars are going to be forced to punt here with 1:11 left and give it back to the Bombers for one last try. This one's been decided, though.
Maybe about 30 seconds when Rensselaer gets the ball back. I'd be surprised if they do anything but just quick handoff.
I think we can.
I think KV might call a timeout with 1 second left, or hopefully just take a delayed game.
We can safely say who the player of the game here is for 3KG Week 1. Congratulations to Cougar senior Marco Castro. What do you think? He's probably close about a couple hundred yards, huh?
He's got to be. I think he had 100, close to, what do you say, 100 in the first half, do we know? Close to 100?
We didn't get numbers, but
he had to have close to 100.
Yeah,
he had the two nice drives.
That's right.
Before they had turnovers and they had the field goal. And because that field goal drive, I think, started on the 10-yard line. And it was all him going down the field.
$27 ticks left on the clock here in this one.
Yeah, with Diego Reyes, he had 77 in the first half. So when you look at those numbers, You know, Castro definitely had well over that with those huge breakaways that he had.
Some more of the youngsters come out for the Cougar defense this time. You can always tell when the freshmen come out, man. They got some growing to do, don't they? It's almost like not fair. Guys that small out on the field.
Yeah, but for both teams, what a neat experience for the freshmen to jump out here and be out here.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like John said, he still remembers it to this day, getting out on the field as a freshman.
Yeah, I think going forward, we're going to see more of this offense John was talking about. I do believe they take away that fumble. They've been pretty effective with it.
That's going to do it. Clock ticks down under 10 seconds, and that will be your final in the 2024 version of the Cracker Barrel. And there go the Cougars celebrating the big victory here. It's a huge one for the Cougars. 10-0 at half, and the Cougars with the only points in the third quarter here for the big victory. Bombers never really threatened after a couple of good drives in the first half, but they both stalled out. All right, we'll take our initial halftime timeout, come back. Hopefully we'll have both coaches up. I don't know if we'll be able to get Marco Castro up, our 3 kg player of the game, but we'll take a break and come back with a lot of post-game action here. Come on back and join us for more with this big Cougar Cracker Barrel victory on 3kgthecage.com.
At Applegate Seed House, we specialize in any and all small seed project needs. This includes government programs, CRP, pollinators and waterways, pasture mixes, and new lawn seed. Applegate Seed House is located 2 miles north of Brook, Indiana, and 2.5 miles east of Highway 41. Call Sam at 765-363-3113. That's Sam at Applegate Seed House, 765-363-3113.
High-quality personalized dental service is what they do at Hillcrest Dental. For over 40 years, generations have relied on Hillcrest Dental for beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. John Ayler and Dr. Jack Drone look forward to seeing you for your next dental visit. For information or to set your appointment, call 219-866-7117. That's 219-866-7117. Or visit hillcrestdental.net. Hillcrest Dental is a proud sponsor of all high school athletics.
Starting a new business? Or perhaps you're thinking it's time for a fresh start in dealing with your company's taxes. For over 50 years, Del Principe and Alley Certified Public Accountants have been helping folks just like you. They keep up to date on all the changing tax codes and help you take full advantage of the deductions and credits the tax laws permits. Let them help you. Call Del Principe and Alley today at 219-866-4665 or 987-6014.
Your sign is your image, and at Designs by Cindy, we take pride in making you look your best. We pride ourselves in our wide range of custom products and services. Our ability to understand your needs and deliver exactly what you're looking for is what sets us apart. We're your one-stop for all your signage needs. Check out our website at designsbycindy.com or give us a call at Designs by Cindy at 219-819-8786.
Working with our customers has been Kentland Bank's trademark for 87 years. We're dedicated to making your visit a lasting one, and helping you achieve your goals is our #1 priority. With 5 locations, Kentland Bank offers all loans needed for today's businesses and families, including car loans, agriculture, and commercial loans. We're here to make your busy life effective by offering online and mobile banking, bill pay, and P2P payments.
That would help. Let me punch our mute buttons back out. And Matt, are you ready with that score. I don't know, we didn't have a whole lot there.
Yeah, in the first half, going to the quarter number 1 at the 3:51 mark, KV Rubalcaba had a 26-yard field goal to make the score 3-0 KV. In the second quarter at the 5:03 mark, Castro went on a 21-yard touchdown run to put the score. PAT was good, going up 10-0. That's where we were at going into halftime. In the third quarter at the 5:29 mark, Castro scored from 3 yards out to make the score, and the PAT was good to make the score 17-0. After a 3-and-out by the Bombers, also in the third quarter, KB got the ball back in good field position, and with 1:39 to go, they were able to punch it in from 2 yards out again with Castro. The PAT was no good, making the final score, or the score at the end of the 23-0 KB, but also the final score 23-0 KB.
You know, the Cougars going to have a good kicking game, too. Rubalcaba looked very, very strong.
Yeah, you know, he had a couple of squib kicks early on. You weren't sure what his leg was going to look like, and all of a sudden they let him kick it deep, and he had 2 of them down the 10-yard line, I think.
Great punting, too. Same guy did them both.
And really, you know, Rensselaer, I mean, if there's one of the bright spots, probably was their punting
unit.
And their special teams that played pretty solid.
You know, again, we're going to hope that the coaches can make their way up here.
Looks like KV's taking their time with their pitchers right now. All right.
Cougars talking about post-game celebrations. Man, students rush the field. Yeah, it's a big, big victory anytime you can knock off your county foe, man. Give you bragging rights for a year.
That's right.
Who was it in basketball season? Who'd you want to beat the most?
Who do I want to beat the most? It took me a few years, but probably Frontier.
Was it Frontier?
Frontier, and then Coach Grettencourt, when he was at Tri-County, we were really close as friends. So on the court is Frontier and Tri-County.
Okay. You got some great teams there.
I was very fortunate for a few years. Very fortunate.
Boy, you had some good players.
We
My
did.
gosh.
We did.
We'll never forget. Wow. North White's basketball program was just smoking for a while.
Very fortunate. Yep.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, there's plenty of time in this season for Rensselaer to get things fixed and turned around. And, you know, even from a coaching standpoint, you know, this isn't a terrible thing. You know, if anything, you know, you're going to go out and if you don't have their undivided attention on Monday, you know, something's wrong.
Sure.
Which I'm sure you're going to have that. And then you take week 2 as your week 1 again and you go again.
Yeah, and they're gonna have some real breakdowns in their film this week, and hopefully that's where your seniors got to step up, because we always do, you know, your film nights with your seniors, and they got to really step up and show these younger guys that are still playing right now, because there are a few juniors and stuff that, you know, assignments have to be made and assignments have to be dealt with yourself. You have to make sure you can trust the other guy standing next to you to do their assignments. And tonight they just kind of lacked in that. And luckily, it's the first game of the season. Bad news, it's the Crackle Barrel, and now they got to live with that for an entire year. And the seniors got to go out knowing that they're not going to be able to get that back.
I want to build off one thing John just said, because I don't know why I didn't think of it. John hated it. It's the film. You know, I'm sure football uses huddle. We use huddle in basketball, but more importantly, you also can see what individual player watches film, right? You can see that some kids you'd have it watching none, some watching hours of it. But the film session is so critical. And when we had good teams and good leaders, they would take the film session. As a coach, I would break it down into clips that I wanted to see, but then they would digest it as well during the session. You might see 1 or 2 stand up in the classroom and say, this is where we got to get better at. So he's spot on with the film.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to sneak down there and try and steal Castro to get
That
him
would be
up
great.
here, because I definitely want to get his standpoint from the game tonight.
Cool. Thank you, John.
While he's doing that, should we go to a break? Or?
Why don't we go to a break,
Okay.
and that way we'll be set and we don't have to worry about anything coming up. So we'll take our final time out here in this post-game show and come back and join us, hopefully with some interviews and more on 3kgthecage.com.
In agriculture, preparation is important. Dedication is you deciding what to plant and then asking what it will take for a good crop. How much work will it take to produce the final crop? In sports, preparation is vital in becoming the best you can be. Dedication is a well of achievements for a winning design. Corbett Farms encourages everyone to do their best by having a winning spirit, attitude, and achievement. Your positivity will make a difference. Corbett Farms is proud to sponsor high school sports.
Oh yeah, please.
Midwest Contractor Services of Rensselaer, with over 15 years of experience, offers both insulation and gutter services for new construction and existing homes in Jasper, Newton, Lake, and Porter counties. You can save money and lower energy bills by adding more insulation to your house. New installation project? Let Midwest Contractor Services offer you a custom insulation package that fits your needs. Leaves in your gutter? Let us give you a price on leaf protection products that really work and are affordable. Call Marty or Mark at Midwest Contractor Services today at 219-866-0755 and get an estimate for your project.
Hi, this is Chuck Clark from the Underwood Insurance Agency, formerly Preferred Insurance Group. Are you tired of being sacked every month with your auto insurance bill? Do you feel you just pay your premium to your agent and never hear from them? We at the Underwood Insurance Agency work with over 10 insurance carriers to get you our best rate and coverage we can. And we pride ourselves on serving our customers like they are our own. We are conveniently located in Remington and Lafayette. We can be reached at underwoodagency.com. Reach out to us to score big savings.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Goodman has been serving the Jasper County and surrounding area since 2009. Being involved in the area, Joe Goodman has kept his interest in making sure he provides the best insurance for his clients. Whether you need life, car, home, business, farm and crops, or even renter's insurance, Agent Joe Goodman will keep searching for the best policy for your valued investments. Call Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Goodman at 219-866-4694 or stop in at 2570 North McKinley Avenue in Rensselaer.
Anybody bad there? Thank you for sticking with us here on 3KG as we're back here from Kankakee Valley Field. At first, we're going to have a good chance. Thank Coach Chris Meeks of the Bombers. Coach, I know you're looking like that was agony down there right now. I'm sure you guys aren't used to getting shut out, that's for sure. You had a couple nice drives in the first half, but then kind of self-destructed there and cut them short, and that really put you behind the 8 ball for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you hit it on the head. First of all, Beck Jones got his first start tonight, so sophomore getting his first start, pretty nervous. Had the opportunity to work quarterback through June and July. Cohen Westfall, we didn't know if he'd be back today or not. I thought Beck stepped in there, did a nice job directing our offense, all right? But we're kind of limited on what we can do there. We took last year, and Cohen got a year of experience under his belt and really grew into that role. And now it's like starting again from last year with Beck. So we were very vanilla offensively on what we could do. And gradually he'll grow into that position. But like you said, several times they go down, we get a nice defensive hold, they score 3, up 3-0. That's good for us. That's a win for our defense. Hold them to 3. Then we move the ball down to the 10-yard line. We took a timeout because we felt like we were getting a little winded. We wanted to make sure it was 4th down and about 6 inches. All right, we called the play. All right, make sure everybody knows the play. Make sure everybody's watered up, rested up. We need 6 inches, and unfortunately, we leave 78 alone at the line of scrimmage, and he gets in there and takes us down for a tackle loss. That's an opportunity right there to create something positive. All night long we just needed something positive, and we couldn't create something positive. That would have been huge. If we could have scored right there to make that 10-7, now all of a sudden we've got a lot of positive vibes, and that can change the whole complexion of the game. Instead, they get the positivity. We're back on our heels, and I felt like we were on our heels all night. we get some. We're not deep. I mean, we've got 32 guys, and not all of them are ready to play varsity. We're not deep, so we lose 2 middle linebackers tonight. We lose 2 guards, and all of them play special teams. And I'm not making excuses, but it is what it is. I think our kids felt like they took a gut punch. I think looking at them tonight is like deer in the headlight look. A lot of good football players out there, but we couldn't get the positivity going, and that was a tough 48 minutes.
Diego Reyes still ran hard for you guys.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I mean, over 100 yards. You can see, he's ready to play.
Yeah, he's very consistent. He's a grinder and tough kid, and let's go to the defense side. Defensively, at times we'll get a stop or two, but then all of a sudden they'll run outside, and our outside linebackers nowhere to be seen, or our corner can't get off a block. So correctable things, those things, the injuries aren't correctable. I mean, injuries are injuries, but we got to find a way to overcome it. As we ended the game tonight, I think we had 2 or 3 freshmen in there, So, we live and learn. Congratulations to Coach Kennedy and Kankakee Valley. They outplayed us tonight. Disappointing loss, but we like our kids, and I fully anticipate we'll bounce back and keep moving forward, and we got to make positive things happen.
Do you think that may very well be the toughest running back you'll face all year?
I'm not going to say that, because I'm telling you what, who's your conference? Johnny knows it. Week in, week out. Yep. You play Central Catholic, and you play the Tiptons and the West Lafayette's, and we're going to see tough running backs like that all year long. So, he's good, but we're going to see good every week. So, did we do a good job on him tonight? No. At times we would, but once he gets ahead of steam, he's an issue. And we got to play a lot better defense than that, or we're going to get gashed like we did tonight all year long. We got to get that fixed, and we will.
And that's what I was telling these guys of being on the defensive side. The fundamentals come into play huge. Those defensive ends have to, break down when they're coming across that line, shed those blocks, and your linebackers have to read left, right, which way is he going, and anticipate that, and then make those open field tackles that they were struggling with tonight. And that's some of those first games, full contact, all out is it's a big thing to get a good look at a running back like that.
Absolutely. You are correct. And on top of that, you just can't sit on him because they got a passing game too. I mean, they can stretch it, vertically. So, not a great game to start the year with, but, it's a wake-up call, and we got to get in the film room and just keep working hard. And, I really believe there'll be a lot more success coming down the road.
So what's the battle plan? You turn around and you have your home opener next week. You've beaten North Newton about 1 million times in a row.
I don't know.
It's pretty close. What do you do? I mean, how do you get the kids' attention and make your changes that you need to make?
And I know we've talked about this before, but the improvement from week 1 to week 2 can be vast, can be, huge, but that means working on yourself. So I don't even know if we even look at North Newton film this week. I mean, my God, we've got so many things we got to work on ourselves. We've got players. We just we got to figure out who we're going to have next week, figure it out from there. And I'm telling you, this is the toughest schedule I've ever had as a head coach. I mean, you got 4A Kankakee Valley. You've got 4A Logansport. You've got 3A West Lafayette. You've got Central Catholic predicted to go to 2A North State. I mean, we can keep going. So we better get this thing figured out and get real good at what we're good at and be able to defend and be solid in special teams. Tonight, I didn't think we were good in any of the 3.
All right, Coach. Well, listen, appreciate you coming up, and I'm sure you guys are going to be just fine squaring this thing around.
Yeah, we'll get there. We've got hardworking kids. They're dejected. I know when I go in that locker room, they're going to be dejected, and I would be disappointed if they're not. Okay, so as long as they're dejected and they keep a positive attitude, and this is one loss, and we don't buy T-shirts when we win the barrel. We stick it someplace and I swear to God, that Monday we give it to the cleaning lady, Mrs. Black, and she puts it away. So, this is a loss against a very good team, and we're going to live and learn. Hopefully, get some dudes back next week. Hopefully, they're not significant injuries, and go from there.
Thank you, Chris Meeks.
Yep, thank you.
Chris Meeks of the Rensselaer Central Bombers come up on the short end tonight, 23-0. SKV looks real good, especially with the game hanging in the balance, John, at halftime. And, man, KV they were a powerhouse in that third quarter.
Yeah, they put the hammer down and didn't let it up.
I don't know. You could tell Coach Meeks is very disappointed. I'm sure probably more than the loss, that score is what sticks in his craw right now. Right. He would. You said it. You said, boy, how nice it would have been to have a score late, just to have something to hang your hat on, or just give you a little spark, something to make the kids excited about playing offense and what they can do. And it wasn't to be. Again, they were still shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
At the end.
And what I was saying, and I figured that was what he was going to say when he came on. It's one loss. They got injuries that you can't foresee, and they're all starters. Both sides of the ball in very crucial spots, and it's all about the bounce back, the adversity, and see what they got to do, because they do have one lineup this coming, upcoming weeks, and I'll be shocked if they don't put a game plan after running today of what they're going to go forward and really execute and see those guys, come into their own throughout the season.
Well, they better get it going, because after next week, it's like Coach Meeks said, boy, that schedule is tough throughout.
Yeah,
so not easy. All right, we've got one more set of commercials to go. We'll take it. See if Kirk Kennedy will make his way up top here. If not, we understand. And we'll be back. Come join us here back on 3kgthecage.com.
Midwest Contractor Services of Rensselaer, with over 15 years of experience, offers both insulation and gutter services for new construction and existing homes in Jasper, Newton, Lake, and Porter counties. You could save money and lower energy bills by adding more insulation to your house. New installation project? Let Midwest Contractor Services offer you a custom insulation package that fits your needs. Leaves in your gutter? Let us give you a price on leaf protection products that really work and are affordable. Call Marty or Mark at Midwest Contractor Services today at 219-866-0755 and get an estimate for your project.
Hi, this is Chuck Clark, Underwood Insurance Agency, formerly Preferred Insurance Group. Are you tired of being sacked every month with your auto insurance bill? Do you feel you just pay your premium to your agent and never hear from them? We at the Underwood Insurance Agency work with over 10 insurance carriers to get you our best rate and coverage.
All right. Well, hey, we do have the 3KG player of the game, Marco Castro. And Marco, Senior, so you've been through some big games before, but how does this rank with all your performances up there?
I mean, starting off the year with a bang. Haven't won barrel in 3 years, and so to bring the excitement back to the Valley, it's amazing. I mean, it's just it's an amazing feeling. I mean, I've never held that barrel or anything, so this is a great feeling. The atmosphere was crazy. It was just a night I will never forget.
This, how much during the summer in prep do you guys think about, opener, Cracker Barrel, Rensselaer?
I mean, since December, our breakdowns in the weight room, been barrel. We've been thinking about this since the season's ended. I mean, it's just that's something we were looking forward to all year. This is where one goal, one game at a time, and we had barrel week 1, and we were just focusing on that, and now it's on the wheeler, one game at a time. Like Coach says, 1-0 every week.
Did last year's loss, the way you lost it, leading big, dominating the first half, coming out at Rensselaer and they nip you 28-27.
Yeah.
Did that make this even that much sweeter?
Yeah, so much sweeter. I mean, we came out for revenge, in the first half we had a 10-0 lead, and remember last year how we were up 21-7 and we blew that lead. So we kept our foot on the gas and just kept going. I mean, once there's time on the clock, that's when the game's over. But we just kept going. I said stay hungry out there. This game's not over until the clock hits 0, because we can't take no chances. Leave no doubt.
Hey, they have a pretty good back too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you ever remember, having a game like this? I'm sure you probably had many, but that a premier back, you against somebody that was, wow.
Yeah, I've gone. I mean, we've gone against tons of great running backs over the years. Like, the one at Munster last year, Diego. I mean, kid he never stops his legs. He always falls forward, and that was.
You know him personally?
No, I don't know him personally, but I mean, we know of each other.
Sure.
But never, never like that, But hey. I respect him a lot. He's a great running back, and I wish him the best this year.
Coach Kennedy, of course, I think people are aware that he had some health issues.
Yeah.
You guys kind of, bind together to make sure that he got a win in this one tonight.
Yeah, we bind together. I mean, he trusted us from the beginning. We had great coaching staffs, taking care of practices and running them all summer. And I mean, had to get this one for him. I mean, he's a great coach. I mean, changed the culture. He's done so much for KV already in his 3rd year, and it's just we couldn't appreciate him more. And I'm so happy that he's our coach, changing the culture.
Yeah, seeing that you went, you're a defensive linebacker and an offensive running back helps you obviously to read their Rensselaer's running backs.
Yeah.
And seeing you go, sideline to sideline on offense and then turning around, going straight on defense and going sideline to sideline. And I was a both-way player, and I was like, I understand what he's doing. The drive and determination that you got to have is huge, and that's why we watched you, well over 100 yards tonight, which is huge against, a big Rensselaer team. And it was, all you tonight pretty much on touchdowns. So, that's a good feeling, I know, for you and for the Barrel game.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do it without my teammates, my offensive line, my wide receivers, all the blocking. I mean, that's all hard work. I mean, they don't get enough credit. They're not the players that, get the shine and their names being called, and that's a sacrifice for the team. And I have a lot of respect for those guys, and I love them, man. They're my brothers.
Yeah, and we could see that you got to trust those guys.
Yeah.
And we watched you, cut off them tackles and tight ends, blowing those guys out of the water and watching you turn and cut and full head of steam real fast. We were hyping you up as you were getting 3rd and 4th gear real fast and head downfield.
Where'd you learn to make some of those cutbacks and whatnot? Seems like you can, like John said, you can hit 2nd, 3rd gear before you hit the line of scrimmage.
I mean, I've been doing training sessions with my agility coach, Jeremy Rozon. He used to be a teacher here and a head coach for baseball. And so, I mean, every week, the off season, I would go like 2-3 times a week. Agility, not stop, because I feel like that's what I locked on the most is my quickness. The first gear, hitting it fast, and worked on it all summer, all winter, and hard work pays off, as you can see.
Marco, it's going to be a lot more challenges, I'm sure, week after week coming up, but heck of a way to start. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And being our first initial player of the game this year.
Yeah, it's an honor. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for your time.
I hope you stay healthy and have a good, long season.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Marco
Castro of the Kankakee Valley Cougars. Boy, he was definitely the guy that put the hammer down tonight and made was a difference in the ball game. All right. We will take our final break here. We got a couple more commercials to come, and then we'll wrap it up from KV High School. Again, your final tonight, KV Cougars 23, Rensselaer Bombers nothing. The Cougars take home the Cracker Barrel this year.
Bridge, we can't, and we pride ourselves on serving our customers like they are our friends. We are conveniently located in Remington and Lafayette. We can be reached by Underwood Agency. Reach out to us to score big savings.
$350.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Goodman has been serving the Jasper County and surrounding area since 2009. Being involved in the area, Joe Goodman has kept his interest in making sure he provides the best insurance for his clients. Whether you need life, car, home, business, farm and crops, or even renter's insurance, Agent Joe Goodeman will keep searching for the best policy for your valued investments. Call Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Joe Goodeman at 219-866-4694 or stop in at 2570 North McKinley Avenue in Rensselaer.
All right, welcome back to Kankakee Valley High School. Bob Kurtz reminded me to cut it off and keep it short here, so we will not talk too much more tonight on this one. But I'll tell you what, one thing you do want to know is we didn't realize Marco Castro, 350 yards on the nose. Boy, we knew he had a game, but that is just unbelievable. 350, all 3 touchdowns for the Cougars. He's our player of the game. Okay, what a Cracker Barrel. A good one, they always are. Cougars, all Cougars tonight. 23-0 over Rensselaer Central. A good way to start the season. So join us. A lot of action next week. Should have 2 volleyball games. One live on Monday from Tri-County, South Newton Tri-County. Tuesday from Rensselaer Central. We'll have the Lady Cougars and the Lady Bombers matching up, and then Wednesday live from the Arnie's Pizzeria. Join us on the Coach's Cage show, and we'll announce next Wednesday on where we're going to be on the following week on next Friday's action. All right, that's it here from KV. For my partners John Ohanas and Matt Sipkema, this is Bill Kenny saying good night, everybody. That's embarrassing, doggone it. How did we miss that?
All right, I'll keep in touch with Bob.
Okay. Okay.
Gentlemen, have a good night. Be safe. You too.
Thanks, Matt. Oh. John, you guys really bailed my butt out tonight, man.
I think Bob bailed us out. Showed us how to set everything up over FaceTime. I don't think we would have, I guess we would have been a little close, but it's good.
It's fun. It's fun.
We need to do something about this camera situation.
Oh, I know. We got, our equipment sucks, to be honest with you. And we just don't have enough advertising because we need a lot of new equipment. I'm supposed to have I have Bob's headset tonight, which should be the best. It cuts out. I had one ear only all night long. And with my hearing, that ain't a good situation. So, we got to get to work on our sales. You know, way back when this whole thing started, you had Jeff Gastineau, and he was the salesman. That's what he did for a living.
So that's what he was, and that's what he did. He was good at it.
He was good at it. Damn.